Hello, friends, podcast listeners, people who've made it to this episode. We are past the pre-recorded episodes, and now we're just kind of on a week-to-week basis, so we'll see how it goes. I've gotten a lot of suggestions for guests, lots of good feedback. Excited that everyone's listening, but let's dive into this. Today's guest of the, we're on the 7th episode of the Just True podcast, is Sarah Lawrence. So she's from Sayza Yoga. If you don't know what Sayza Yoga is, you need to check this out. It's where I go to hot yoga. It's where I got hooked on hot yoga and yoga in general. We talk about, well, this one goes all over the place. I might have derailed this conversation a little bit, but we do dip into yoga and the history of Sayza and how Sarah, actually went from the flute to yoga. It's an interesting story. I won't ruin any more than that. Great conversation. And today's custom cocktail is a Sayza Serenity. This is kind of like a condensed cocktail version of a old-fashioned rum punch I learned to make in Antigua recently. I wouldn't do that to my guests because there's a ridiculous amount of rum in a traditional rum punch. So I've condensed this into the Sayza Serenity cocktail. You're gonna need 1 ounce rum, 2 ounces of punch. I bought this on location there, but just I think any kind of punch would do. A ½ ounce of lemon juice. Shake this up in a martini shaker. Pour this over ice as usual in a nice fancy cocktail glass. And we're gonna add, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Angostura bitters. It's that traditional, I think it's orange bitters that are always in an old fashioned drink. We're gonna do 1 ounce water. And then the most important part, we're gonna take the mint, fresh mint, put it in your palm. You're gonna smack it, kind of twist it a bit in your hands. This is gonna break up all the beautiful smell of mint and flavor. You're gonna drop that in. And then once you've done that, we're gonna top this with a little bit of cinnamon, a cherry. I did an orange rind twist. And if you wanna put some extra mint on top, I mean, go for it. It does look nice. And that is it for today. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey you, you're listening to Just True, Just True, Just True.
This is a cool setup.
Yeah, do you like it?
I do.
It was a long time coming.
Yeah.
I think it was like gradually building it over maybe 3 months. Because I kept putting it off. I was like, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. I need this. And then you just keep doing that
Until you bite the bullet.
exactly.
Go.
So I'm just like, just got to do it.
Good for
And
you.
then I got Drew over here to motivate me. So yeah.
Drew's fun to work with.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Like I think when we started recording, like we didn't even have a logo yet.
No, we just kinda
Like, we
had-
just kind of like
grab your camera, come over, let's just do it. It's like, fuck yeah, let's
yeah.
do it.
It's his camera, my camera, and a GoPro. It's like
Perfect.
nothing
That's
crazy.
all you need.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely wasn't cheap, this setup, but
No, these are great mics.
yes. I just stuck with Rode.
fancy.
So we got the Rodecaster board and the Rode mics, Rode
Oh,
head.
yeah.
I was like, might as well just keep it all the same brand.
Oh yeah.
Sponsor us.
And it sounds so premium. Like whenever I take the headphones off after a podcast, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, real life sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to the podcast and being like, how did they get that great sound? I can't wait to ask you about the system.
Yeah. A part of it is mics, good mics are a big part, but also, I mean, you could fix a lot.
Do you record bands?
No.
Okay. Well, when
But-
you want to.
You want to move that
we'll
mic closer?
Volunteer to be your first
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Just yank
There you
it
go.
and down a bit.
I
down a bit,
promise
down
you, you
it up.
can't break it.
Okay.
That sounds much better.
Check 1, 2.
I might bug you a little bit because we were talking.
That's fine.
Previous ones were like, oh, the mics weren't close enough. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like in
This
front of
tilts,
their face.
you can really
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway.
I'm used
I
to
like
like
to-
putting my whole mouth on the mic when I'm
Yeah.
singing, but I'm not used to ranking it around because
I like to grab it, pretend like I'm singing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we should do karaoke in here one day.
Oh my gosh. Well, I would like to have some musical guests on and have them, do an acoustic something.
I will
Well,
volunteer for that.
Do you want to?
Yeah,
I should
you
have.
should have told me to bring my guitar.
I know,
I
I
was
didn't
at
really-
the studio.
I didn't think about it.
Darn, I totally would have.
I do have one here,
I'll
but
play it.
it's not tuned. Do you know how to tune?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to tune it.
Well, maybe we have to play a little something after.
nice.
I could probably do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
you'd be the first.
I could probably do that.
That was my intentions. If I had like a musical guest on, like obviously I'd ask them to play something, but Cool.
Yeah, that's not people's like first thing they think about me, but that is like my first thing before yoga.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I went to school for music.
Oh, really?
Before I opened Sayza, I taught classical flute in public school.
What?
Yep.
I was telling Drew, I was like, I don't really know your background that much or your history. I
Yep.
know you through Sayza, really.
Yeah. So yeah, music was my first thing ever. Classical flute, I've been playing it since I was 6 years old. So, mic drop, I'm super good.
That's wild.
A-
I wish I had a flute.
A flutist?
I literally had that at the studio too. If you told me to bring it, I could have brought it.
Oh my gosh, next time.
Next time.
Next time.
You're already locked in for a second one. There you go.
Woohoo!
Just gonna be an hour-long flute set.
Dress up tall.
I gotta ask, can you play like are you a Lord of the Rings fan?
Yeah,
Can you play like the Hobbiton, like
I can
the
play
Shire?
anything I have
Oh
the
my
music
God.
in front of me.
Oh my
for.
god.
Yeah.
That's
That
pretty
would
cool.
make my day.
Yep. I wanted to be the first flute in the Philharmonic so bad, and I almost got there. That was my teacher when I was in post-secondary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Philharmonics is.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like a famous orchestra.
Yeah. I went and
Wow.
saw them in
Yeah.
January.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Oh, they're so good.
They were playing the Two Towers. Lord of the Rings Two
Oh,
Towers.
that's
So I went and
incredible.
saw the first movie a year ago, then saw the second one this January, and then they're doing the third one next January.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, or February, something like that.
Yeah.
They are like, sometimes you're watching it and you kind of forget that they're there,
It's live.
and then
yeah.
you're mad at yourself for not watching them because
Yeah.
you get lost in the movie.
Oh, it's incredible.
But it's because they're so good.
Yeah.
It's like you don't notice.
Oh yeah, your dad was telling me about that. That's
Yeah.
when they played to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the
intense.
Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
like a
they're-
super famous, they tour all around the world.
They're so good.
Very cool.
I really wanted to be in that, but didn't work out. I have Sayza instead.
Yeah.
Actually, injured myself playing flute really bad, and so I went to yoga to correct it. Yeah, I know, right?
Like
Because
okay.
of like being
Yeah, so,
one-sided.
like, my thoracic spine, my upper back was like stuck in rotation, and I can twist in yoga like a boss, like this way. But when I go to twist this way, I'm like, so because when you stare at music like this for like your whole entire life,
Yeah.
I was just like,
It's like the computer hunched
One-sided.
over
yeah,
posture.
same thing. So then when I started to teach students,
Oh
I
my
made
God.
sure we stretched like before and after. So I had these like little kids with curved head joints and their flutes, and I'm like, okay, now we're gonna do our stretches.
Oh my gosh.
Teaching yoga before you're even
I was, yeah.
a yoga teacher. Wow.
Yeah. And then I found yoga and did like a 180 and decided
So
to.
that's your
Hmm.
origin story.
Yeah.
Comes from the flute.
It comes from the flute.
That's
yeah.
That's
so
a really
interesting.
cool origin story.
Yeah. The birth of yoga and Sayza comes from a flute playing injury.
Huh. That was one question I had ready to go. I was like, how did you get into yoga? But you just answered it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
well,
that's
you know, I did practice with my mom when I was like 12 for
Yeah.
so my whole life. Yoga's like been dabbled or whatever.
okay.
And then when I was in college and I hurt myself, I was like, oh, I know this practice. So the little seed was planted when I was young from my mom. And
Yes.
then when I got older, I was like, I think yoga can help me.
So
And it did.
how long have you been practicing?
Steadily, like daily.
Yeah.
I think I hurt myself playing flute really bad when I was like 21.
Okay.
So about 15 years-ish.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm like a year and a half, so I got some time to go.
You will get so
Well,
good.
I
so
also
fast.
don't practice every day, but I wish I could
Yeah.
go more. Too many things going on.
You can do it at home.
That's true. I do.
Yeah.
I will like.
Oh, good for you.
I'll do yoga stretches after weightlifting and stuff.
Yep, perfect.
So I just like do my favorite poses.
Yeah.
Stretch out.
That's the best way to start. Just do
Honestly,
it at home.
My
It's so hard to do at home. I do get it.
yeah. Oh, I just keep the gym clothes on, go home, put the mat out, do
Oh,
my,
yeah, okay.
do my
that's good.
stretches.
You're
Yeah.
already in the zone. So.
You know, yeah.
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 My
don't really
problem
have
is I can't follow YouTube classes. Like I'll like do it for 10 minutes. And I'm like, I could just lay here and not do this.
That's super normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
The classes are nice because you're in the class. It's like, okay, like I'm here for an hour. I should do this whole thing.
And then everybody around you doing it is also encouraging
Motivates.
you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for
Yeah, I
sure.
love when you practice and you like fist pump with Ryan.
Yeah, me and Ryan fist bump. We always like try to get beside each other, and then
Yeah.
after like a hard sequence, we're just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
best.
we'll
Yeah.
fist bump
He'll
each
come and
other.
fist bump me at the end. He's like, "Yo, I saw you do crow today. Nice
Yeah.
job."
when Drew
Thank
does
you.
side crow, it's like I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, can you do side crow?
he
It's-
can.
Yeah.
It's Evelyn's arm balance classes. I've done 2 so
Yes.
far with her.
Incredible. Good.
After the first one, I could pull them off. Maybe just not super correctly, but
Yeah.
so I did a second one. What was that? 3 weeks ago.
The advance it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
that's
did it
awesome.
again. So yeah, I can do side crow. I do crane, straight arm whip.
Yeah, can you do crane?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, I'm always so
Um,
jealous of men's natural upper body strength. Not that women can't get that 100%, but you guys are just like so strong.
but not flexible.
Not
See,
flexible.
yeah.
So there's a balance.
Yeah, total balance there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can work to get either, no matter what gender you are, but I
Yeah.
think like
I'm working on the hips, like
So
tight.
so
like
tight.
I'll
So
do
tight,
certain
yeah.
poses. You can see the tendon in like my thigh like coming out. It's so tight.
Do you sit
So-
a lot?
Do I sit a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not like that, not cross-legged. But
This
No.
would help if you could sit a lot
he
cross-legged.
sits like this.
yeah.
yeah, that does it. Yeah. That
But you
might-
got a nice chair.
My legs are. Maybe I'll just do it for this.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
good, it's good for the hips. There you go. You can do crisscross applesauce.
before yoga, I could never sit cross-legged. That's how bad my
and now you
flexibility.
can. Only a year and a half in.
Yes. So I started doing yoga, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can sit. Like I can do it.
Yep.
Like we're all gonna do it.
For all
Yeah, Drews.
Yeah.
Red
I don't
face.
know. My legs might go numb, but I'm gonna see how long I
Oh,
can do this
mine,
for.
yeah. I'll probably be done in 5 minutes.
But yeah,
5 is good. 5 is very
Yeah.
good.
I do know. Like just is get your hips
Oh,
open,
yeah, get
right?
the
You
hips
gotta
open.
create a
Yeah,
little-
yeah.
Ashley's like over flexible, so she has a
Like
problem of like having her
hyper-flexible?
hips pop out and stuff.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
opposite.
ankles and she
That
can
would be a hard thing to be in yoga because you'd be like, okay, I'm there. But if I go any further, I don't want to go further just in case, you know?
anytime like an instructor's like, oh, if you want more, she's just like
Oh,
like folds like a pretzel.
yeah, I do remember that from teaching her. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so flexible already. She must practice all the time.
No,
She alludes to that though. It's
Just
great.
Born with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, she used to do dancing, so I don't know if it's from dancing.
Oh
or-
yeah, dancers are so flexible. Evelyn dances as well, and she's so like
She
open and
yeah,
flexible.
ballet was it?
I
something?
believe so.
I think it was ballet.
And now she does the aerial yoga where she like goes in the hoops and spins around and
Yes,
stuff.
like the fabric.
It's
yeah,
so
that was
cool.
insane. And you know what she's doing now?
What's she doing now?
Gymnastics.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, she's like, I'm doing adult
She's such a
gymnastics classes.
badass.
She is. She really
She's a
is.
serious badass. Yeah.
I think what I'm talking about is probably under the gymnastics thing. like where she's
doing
twirling
Yeah, I've
in the
seen
air.
those where it's like those. Yeah, the
Yeah.
things, but
They call it silks.
That's it.
silks.
Yeah.
I think that's technically gymnastics.
Well,
It's-
now
it's
she's gonna
gotta
do
be.
like she
Yeah.
said she wanted to do like a back handspring.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
cool.
So ground gymnastics and air gymnastics.
That's wild. So cool. And she can sing and play guitar.
Can she?
Really?
Super good.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. Super
Wow.
I think she
Yep.
might have to be a guest on the podcast.
good. Oh, she should.
We'll do a duet.
Yeah. Her and Carrie actually sing together all the time. They're very good.
I saw
Oh.
Carrie.
I don't know how much they would like me to advertise them
Oh
right
yes,
now.
Carrie
I
sings
keep Yeah, Carrie's
in
so
class.
good.
Yeah.
So does Lauren. Yeah. The teachers at Sayza are all so talented.
talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we do the home at the end, like
Yeah.
I'm like, am I hitting the right? Like,
I-
what
yeah, I
pitch am I
was-
supposed to be hitting right now?
Don't worry, you don't have to be hitting any pitch.
What's the like? How does that?
So like Om is like the sound of the universe. So what you're trying
Okay.
to do is just create like a universal sound of everyone's voices, and it's
Okay.
to like bring up the energy from like the base of the spine and just be like,
Okay.
yeah,
But you gotta pronounce this like, you gotta get all the letters right. That's the key.
yeah. The key is kind of
Yes.
all the letters, but I mean, is it really? There's all the goals to it, but as long as you're kind of just letting loose and letting your throat vibrate, it vibrates the vagus nerve in the back of the throat.
Okay.
So it kind of stimulates a lot of stuff, right? From the base of the spine.
I think
up
I
and
just go
out.
with a different note each time. I'll mix it up tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go low.
Go for the harmony. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good chance to practice music with an entire group of people.
It's
without
super
worrying
cool.
about it. Yeah.
The first time I experienced it, I was like, what is happening? What is going on? I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
We're singing now? Oh my God, what's happening? We're
Yeah.
stretching now. We're singing.
Just jumped into it one time. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Because I've done like not hot yoga, like other yoga with other instructors, other places, but I've never done that before.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. First time I
Very
Sayza,
cool.
I was like, oh, this is cool.
Oh, that makes me
That's
so happy
very,
to hear.
like,
That's so cool.
Community-ish.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I like that every teacher kind of puts something different in every single one of their
Mhm.
classes.
Yeah.
Has little like signature things that you know you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, like if you or Carrie, I know my ass is gonna get kicked.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I see you two instructing, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
Both of us teach really gentle nothing classes too. Just to,
I find that hard to believe.
I love the
Oh.
gentle nothing classes.
Where you just kind of roll around on the ground and do nothing.
Huh. I've never done them because
You
I'm
don't
like,
really do those though. You
I'm
kinda
always
go
looking for like
the-
a workout.
Yeah.
Like I want to sweat.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't-
I want to be tired after.
I don't usually see you in the gentle nothing class.
Because I'd have to do something after. Because I'm like an ADHD guy who drinks caffeine, so like I need to like.
Have an espresso and go
All
to
the
Evelyn's
stimulant.
flow.
Oh. Yeah,
That's your jam.
that's Wednesday is kind of like my perfect day in the week, which always turns out to be Evelyn. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to.
it works. I really enjoy her flows.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
She's pretty fun and like mixes it up and does
Yeah.
new stuff.
Creative.
Yeah,
You get to ohm at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
she's
get a
into
little bit
arm
of everything.
balances, which is like kind of my thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the arm balances takes it to the next level. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
I loved yoga, and then when I did the arm balances class, I'm like, okay, now I want to get good at it
So you can
to be
do
able
it.
to throw those down
Yeah.
during the flow.
Yeah.
Like
That
when Drew
feels
does side
cool.
crow, it's like
well,
like I just have to sit there watch him do it. I'm like
the first time I did it with there was like 3 of us
in the workshop, yeah.
and then it's like the first time there's like a 30-person room. Like, oh, okay, don't mess this up, Drew.
Yeah. this
Like,
is my
don't
time. This
face
is my
plant.
time.
Don't face plant.
Yeah.
Or the first time I did a headstand in class, I was like, ooh, this is risky. I did it though.
Lots of people fall out, and it's totally fine though.
Yeah. I mean, that's
how
the
do you
name
know
of the
if you
game.
can really do it if you try it a million times and fall?
Yeah.
You gotta fall to make sure
Yeah.
you can do it.
I'm not scared of messing up, but don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, in a 30-person class, it's like dominoes. If you do fall and you like kick the next person over, then everybody starts to go.
Has that ever happened?
No, it has not
No?
ever happened.
Not
I've
yet.
seen like memes on Instagram of it happening, but it hasn't happened at Sayza yet.
Is
So don't be scared.
this current space the same size as the last one or bigger?
It's a little bit bigger.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. The actual space. I mean, the
Yes.
whole studio itself is way
Massive.
bigger.
Yeah.
But the actual studio is a little bit bigger. Yeah.
I I really like the new space.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's sweet. And you
Me
come in,
too.
and it's like this big circular room and couches, and everybody's
yeah.
mingling.
Yeah, it's
I was-
really nice to have the lobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a big goal. From going from being so cramped in the room, the lobby at the last studio is smaller than this room.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's kind of you get out of class and then you leave
Yeah.
because
Yeah. And now you can
otherwise you're in
hang
the
out.
way of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like desk, and then like shoes
Yeah.
essentially. the
Like
whole
come
way.
in, go in, don't leave until you're done, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but really hurry on your
Yeah.
way out. Yeah. And now people hang out.
Yeah.
People just
It's
come in
nice.
and like say hi, even though they're not coming in for class sometimes during the day, which is cool.
That's how we got Sarita on here because
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
we did a class at the same time. We talked afterwards. And she's like, heard about the podcast. She's like, I want to come on. I was like, do you want to come on like now?
Oh, no way.
Well, not that night, but she was like, yeah. So we scheduled. She was like the next guest, I think.
Yeah, she was,
But
yeah.
That's so
early on.
cool.
like at yoga.
That's perfect. Everyone meets at yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's really cool is seeing people who have come from out of town and don't know anybody, and then they meet through yoga, and then they develop these really huge connections and
Yeah.
bonding friendships.
hmm
And, like yoga is that for a lot of people, so it's cool.
It really is like a beautiful little community.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel very blessed.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love it when Drew's on the desk.
Yeah, I love being on the desk.
That
It's
makes me so
fun,
happy. Yeah. God, Drew's here. Yoo-hoo.
I never know. I just walk in like, hey man, what's
Yeah.
up?
Every Tuesday night, catch me on the desk. Sayza Yoga Studio.
You should stick a mic in a podcast. And just do it as you're checking people in.
Yeah.
Oh, so many people would get on the podcast then.
Yeah.
It's like a yeah.
Well, I've
see-
had people come up and talk about the podcast while I'm at the desk. Or
Just-
Lindsay, oh, that would be a good guest.
just ask everybody how their day is as they're coming in.
Lindsay.
Juice.
Yeah. She was on, wasn't she?
Not yet.
On here,
Yeah.
No. we had
Did I thought I said
Eric
Amy.
and Ashley, Amy, Jason, Bobby and Travis, Sarita, Melissa and Kyle, and you are our 7th episode.
Oh, 7's my favorite number.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Perfect.
the 7th one.
Lindsay would be a really cool one. I
She
definitely.
Yes.
would be.
Yeah.
I almost made a cocktail with one of her juices. I just ran out
Oh.
of time today, so I went with the rum punch.
It's very good, by the way.
Do you like it?
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I made Drew like a test sample, so we're like, oh, let's do another this, a little bit of
I
this.
love testing the cocktails.
Yeah,
Oh.
because
yeah, that's
It's an important job. Someone's got to do
it's a
it.
perk
Yeah.
of your job. Yeah.
It is.
I appreciate that sacrifice.
Yeah, this is very good.
Only for you.
It's like the cocktail version because I obviously can't give you a real rum punch. Not like a
No, my
authentic Antigua, because it's like it'd be like a 8-ounce rum.
I would fall over.
Like I
I wouldn't
swear,
be able to
like
leave.
like a dinner glass, like you put water in, fill that. She filled that to like maybe this much room, and then topped it with a bit of punch and some spices and some bitters, and then she's like, "Here you go."
I would not have been able to get that down.
Yeah, and ice, but yeah. And then like we gave her a weird look, and then she gave us a weird look. She's like, "What? It's a rum punch."
Yeah, just do it.
It's like, duh, I make these
Get
all
it
the time.
I can definitely taste the rum in this,
Yeah.
but it's not like 8 ounces of rum.
No.
The cinnamon really cuts it.
I did 1 ounce instead of 8.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yes. Or as she says, count to 5. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah,
For today.
for today.
I am
Yeah.
teaching later, so a gentle class.
Okay. Yeah, definitely don't want you like, you know,
Crunches.
tipping over.
Welcome to your gentle class. Put your fingertips behind your ears. No, I will not do that to my 5 p.m. class.
So you had a class this morning?
At
Couple
12:15.
classes? Okay.
I just taught at 12:15. Yes.
Came here and going back.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, my hair is washed, guys. It's not sweaty.
Yeah, well, you're in a hot
It's fine.
yoga constantly.
Yeah, it's fine.
That must be tough for long
Yeah,
hair.
That's how my look is. Yeah, it's usually just in a sweat bun. Everyone that sees me with my hair down, I'm like, oh my God, you have long hair. Yeah, it's usually just in a
always
little like
tied up.
tied up sweat bun.
I don't know if I've seen you with your hair down.
Yeah,
It's
not-
very long.
Yeah, I'm trying to compete with Lee.
Oh, I see.
Lee
no,
has some long
His hair
hair.
is so nice. It's like thick and luscious.
He's got some
Oh, he's
good
like one
hair.
of those like shampoo commercial
Oh,
type.
yeah. He could
He
be.
could be.
Oh, he could be with his
Easily, yeah.
blue eyes. Just
Have I met Lee? I think I have.
he used to work at New Limburg.
Hmm.
He was a bartender there with the man bun.
I
Blonde.
definitely visited there.
Yep.
Frequently.
He's around Sayza a little bit, but not a ton.
Or like
you know.
at the fair or some event.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, the fair would make sense. Yeah.
Okay. I've probably met him then.
Yeah. You've met him.
I'm going to
I
look for
think you
that
have.
luscious long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. He usually has it tied up too.
He usually does, unless he's
Okay.
had a few rum punches.
Then
It
he likes
comes-
to let the hair down.
Then he
after.
likes
comes
to
down.
I love that.
Does it like come out?
Oh yeah, it
Like a
like flips
commercial?
around and flips it around to
What-
one side.
What was that the deodorant Allspice?
Old Spice.
What was that long blonde? Do you know the guy I'm talking about? He was like
Fabio?
Fabio. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't
I
know.
should.
Do you want to pull up Fabio?
Yes.
Old Spice Fabio. Yo, it'll yes, this is very
Maybe it's gonna be Lee.
Lee with but blonde. This guy's blonde. He's like Swedish looking.
Oh yeah.
Lee is blonde. But
Is he
not
blonde?
super
Do you want to bring
blonde.
up a video?
Sure, throw it on. These
We have a plan that
well, maybe turn the volume down a bit too while you're at it.
Blast me in the ears with the Old Spice commercial.
Yeah, Fabio. And then he was kind of like the anti guy to the original guy.
is connecting Ontario, building new roads and highways to shorten daily commutes,
That's better.
and expanding public transit to connect growing regions.
Or yeah, put it
Also,
down.
you can
It's
get
too loud.
around faster, safer,
Too loud, too
easier.
loud. Even more. Yeah.
Do you hear it in your?
Oh, yeah.
headphones?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Oh, really?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Fabio. Maybe his hair's shorter than I thought, but I remember it being much longer.
Dear new Old Spice guy Fabio, I love you handsome
What?
so much. You're so handsome than the old Spice guy. Please flex your muscle.
Oh, I think you can
and
pause
make
this, Drew.
sensual hair.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
like,
need to.
it's like a
see him
Q&A,
flex.
but there's clips of him and he's like, you know, with the slow-mo and the saxophone, and he's like, I'm Fabio.
Yeah, I now know who you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lee is much better looking than that.
Yeah, he's an interesting looking man.
He's iconic.
Yes, very iconic.
Super iconic. Yeah, now that you pull him up, I'm like, oh yeah,
That guy.
yeah. If
I-
commercials were still a thing. Now that they're
I don't
not
even have
really.
cable anymore.
No, gosh, and I haven't had cable in years.
I don't think I've ever had cable. So my parents had cable, and then when I moved out, I just streaming services,
Yeah.
Netflix.
which is pretty much cable at this point because now I have like,
DVDs first before
yeah.
streaming was really that popular. Like when I went to college, I had like a DVD player.
Oh yeah, I had
to
like
get
a,
out my like DVD case sets.
I had a portable one. It looked like a mini laptop, like a MacBook Air, but it was only to play movies.
Yeah, I had one
love-
of those. In
Did you have
college
one of
too. I
those?
sure did. Yeah, and I'd had my little like case with all my
Mm-hmm.
DVDs in and CDs.
Used to watch shows on a
Don't have
iPod
those
Nano.
anymore.
Remember those?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, yeah.
The screen was
Yeah.
like this big. Yeah.
Man, simpler times.
Yeah, I was like 12. I was watching like Drake and Josh on the iPod Nano. Oh,
Oh my god, yeah, Drake
on
and
an airplane.
Josh.
Yeah. Throwback.
Yeah, huge. I used to watch that too. And Hannah
Really?
Montana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
Hannah
anybody
Montana.
watch I kind of don't want to watch it, but it's that documentary about like that creepy producer. He produced like
Oh, yeah.
iCarly, The Amanda Bynes Show.
The Nickelodeon guy. I haven't watched it. I don't think I will.
Huge creep.
He's a huge creep. Oh, I didn't know that. But
I don't know if any physical thing, like
Or-
bad shit went on, but like there's a whole doc about him.
I don't know if I.
And so like the girl from Drake and Josh who did iCarly later on.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen clips from this doc, and I'm like, it's gonna ruin my childhood.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that. Those are all my shows when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Still happen though.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That makes me angry inside. Yeah.
Yeah, he would
Not
like
cool.
sneak up behind her. I forgot her name, and like tickle her, but like inappropriately. And he's like a grown man, like 40. Yeah, and she's like underage, right? So
Ugh.
Hollywood.
gross.
You know, I'm glad they made that documentary because those things need to be talked about instead of ignored.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you mind just like looking that up, the name of it maybe? I don't know what you would look. I'm just curious what it's called. I think it might be
Nickelodeon.
on
documentary.
Crave or Amazon, I want to say. But I have a feeling it's more of a Crave type deal.
I didn't even hear about that.
I just saw it floating around on Instagram.
Yeah, I just see reels.
I think it's like a limited series, but
That's how I get
Anyway,
my
so
news.
you watch some prime, real good golden age,
Yeah.
like
I did like
Family
those.
Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the kids are watching these days. I have no
I-
idea.
I just watched Fallout, which is based off of a video game. But it
Okay.
had the kid, I forget his name, but he's in Hannah Montana. He was like the asshole kid on the beach. Do you know
I
what
know
I'm
who
talking
you mean,
about?
the blonde kid. Is he blonde?
Maybe kind of a bigger nose. Like he just always played like this, just like the shit disturber. I don't know his name. Do you want to look up? Sorry, I'm getting you to Google all over today.
Yeah.
Look up Fallout cast. Now that we're talking about Hannah Montana.
It's a little frozen.
Oh,
Nothing's loaded. Use
is
my phone just for the.
is it the Wi-Fi connected? Should be.
It is.
It's just not Googling anything.
Just not googling anything. They're just rolling.
Want to refresh it maybe? Oh,
That's YouTube. From before.
just refresh it. Well, when you get the chance, look up Follow Cast. Do you have much time for leisure, Sarah? Is it
No,
like
I really suck at TV. Like you're gonna say all these new things. I'm gonna have no idea. I haven't watched TV in like years.
I rarely watch shows. It's mostly movies
Yeah,
because I don't want to
I
commit to a
usually
show.
fall asleep in a movie. It goes on 10 minutes in, and I'm like,
Well, how
It's your
early are
break.
you up for yoga? Sometimes like 6.
I'm.
There's like 6:30
definitely-
a.m. classes.
Yep, that's Abby. She teaches those, but we've always been morning people. I don't know. 5 a.m. comes, and if I'm not awake,
I envy you.
something is wrong.
I'm more of like a 8 o'clock.
Oh, I envy you. I wish I could sleep. Like I wish.
But
I
what
could
time are you
sleep
going to
in.
bed though?
Oh my god, like 8:30 or
Okay.
9.
Whoa, 8:30.
I'm like midnight at the earliest. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I cannot stay up past 10 o'clock. Like, cannot do it.
I'll get into bed around 11:30 midnight, and then I'll read my book for like a half hour,
Oh no.
and then I crash.
See, I think I need to just accept that's who I am because I try to go to bed early,
Yeah,
but then I
doesn't
don't
work.
get up early. I'm like, I can't do it. And we tried to go rollerblading this morning.
Oh yeah.
That was part of the thing.
Yep.
Like I got rollerblades somewhere else rollerblades, and I was
Yep.
like, now we'll push each other to like 6 a.m. Let's just go for a toot around the block on our rollerblades. And I woke her up, and she said no. I'm like, well, there goes my motivation.
If I had blades, I'd come with you.
I have blades, but I don't live in Simcoe anymore.
Oh shit.
But I do love rollerblading.
It's
Wow.
gonna be the new thing. 2024 is about rollerblading and Nickelback.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a combo. Okay.
It is. Yep,
Nickelback's making a comeback?
they are.
Really? Oh, I'm
I-
excited.
Oh, I did hear about this.
I'm on a big Nickelback kick.
Wait,
I want to
didn't
pull up Nickelback now.
You want to just listen to
didn't
Nickelback
they-
for the rest?
we could put? I don't know if we'll
Did they
get
do it? I
flagged.
didn't know if they did anything. But
Didn't they
I
go
just-
to Boots and Hearts this year?
Really?
They did. Pretty sure they did.
Oh, what?
if I
'Cause
knew that, I would
or
have went.
last summer, because
Did
Eric
Boots
did
and
all
Hearts already
the
happen?
graphic designs for Boots and Hearts, and
Oh, that's cool.
he got like VIP something.
So Boots and Hearts already happened, or it's
Yes,
happening?
last summer. Previous summer.
Yeah.
Boots and Hearts
Damn it.
happened. Nickelback was there.
Fuck.
No way.
Yes.
I did not
I'm, like,
know that. I'm not up
95%
with
sure.
anything that's happening, by the way. I live in a yoga bubble.
I'm not even into pop culture and stuff, but we'll fill you in, Sarah.
Okay, let me
We'll
know.
we'll fill you in.
Please tell me who's doing what,
Wh-
where. 'Cause
When I
have
run into
no
like Gen
idea.
Zs, I'm like, yo, like give me some slang. What's the new slang?
Oh, we've got a couple that come to the studio. Oh, she comes in and she's like, "What's good?" And I'm like, "Bananas." I don't
Oh, you don't know what's good?
I know.
That's
I've
like my
never heard
era.
it before.
I was
It's
gonna
like, what's
say-
up? What's good?
Well,
What's good?
she told me after I made an ass of myself and was like, "What's good? I don't know. Like this, it's sunny today. That's good." Oh, Sarah, it's so embarrassing. She's like, "No, I mean, like, what's up? Like, are you having a good day?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, having a great day.
What's good?
Day's good. Day's good."
What's good?
So I learned that.
Nice.
I'm getting with it.
Do you want me to hit you with any more? Or is
Yeah,
this
I'd
too
love
much?
some more.
Do I know any?
I know one
What's
I
some
really
recent-
don't like that Summer likes. Have you ever heard of chuggy?
I was gonna say chuggy.
Why?
Yeah.
Did we talk
It
about
was a
Chuggy?
That was a
hate
COVID
it.
COVID thing.
Was it?
Gen Zs were calling millennials chuggy. It's like
I
Why?
Hate it. I hate it. I hate
It's
the
like
word.
It's not a very
Corny.
nice word. It's
No,
like the word
it
Do you wanna-
moist.
it gives me the ick.
Do you want to look the definition up
That's
of
another word.
chuggy?
Chuggy.
CHEWGE
Chew. G-Y?
Chuggy.
or Y?
E-I-I-E?
Chuggy Urban Dictionary. Do you want me to just read it
Yeah,
off?
yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. This will be better than me trying to butcher the definition of it. Gen Zs were calling millennials this over, like, so this was in like the TikTok rise, and then
Okay,
I
yeah.
learned about chuggy, and I was like, mm-hmm.
All right, well, chuggy is a slang term used to describe something or someone who is outdated, trying too hard to be trendy, or lacking in style and originality.
Well, that's mean.
It's
Yeah.
a mean word, and we're not going to use it. I'm
No,
canceling
because
chuggy.
Shouldn't we all
Because I
try to,
hate it.
yeah.
Well, I saw
Cancel.
this.
Just cancel.
I saw this
Cancel culture.
funny reel. Maybe I sent it to you, but it was a guy talking to Gen Zs because now the next generation's kind of like creeping up on the Gen Zs, and they're kind of getting into their early to mid 20s now. And he's like, "Oh, now you want help, do you? Like, who's the chuggy one now?"
I do know one. Preppy.
Preppy.
Preppy, like when I was in high school, used to mean like, you'd wear
Pop
the
collar.
like pop collar.
Mm-hmm.
Now it means like, probably butchering this, but like cool. It's the thing that means like, oh, that's preppy. That's cool. That's like in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always took preppy as like snobby.
Yeah,
Like-
that's
like you come
snobby,
from
like you
wealth,
pop your
private
collar, You're
school.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
that's-
dad's a CEO type of deal.
yeah,
like,
that it doesn't mean that anymore.
yeah, okay.
Now it means like you're in, you're cool. That's like really cool. It's
Okay.
like, you're the-
Preppy's good.
Yeah. And I know this from Harlow, who's Tara's daughter.
Oh, yeah,
Who's like
she's a
13.
good
She's
end.
like
She's a
oh
good
yeah,
end.
yeah. She gives me lots of info about young
See,
folk.
They call you chuggy if you don't use the slang, but if you use the slang, you're still chuggy.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Kids suck.
Mm.
Gen Zs.
I need to learn from them. I don't. I'll just stay in my yoga bubble. It's really good there.
Yeah. it's nice
I'm on
positive.
like,
No
Yeah.
one says chuggy at Sayza. Everyone's nice.
No,
and
definitely
friendly.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they did, we could just talk openly about it.
yeah, it's an open space, no
Yeah,
judgments, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Chuggies or non-chuggies, welcome at Sayza.
I know more, I
better
just-
have some more.
I'm not extracting from my brain. I did learn a bunch. There's one on that. Oh, Riz, you know Riz?
Riz.
You got
Yeah.
that Riz?
I like Riz.
I use that, and Ashley's like, please don't say that.
I like it as a word. It's all about I forget what it's called, the phonomics.
Yes,
Phonomics of a
but
word.
I know what you're trying to
How
say.
it makes your mouth feel.
Yes,
Riz
Riz is a
two
cool
Z's.
word.
It's cool,
short
fun.
for charisma.
Oh.
So if you got
I
that
do like
Riz, it's
that.
like you're a player. You know,
Riz, good at talking.
good at talking, smooth guy,
Okay,
smooth
yeah.
girl. You know, you got that Riz.
Yeah, I like that one. I do like that one.
Ash is gonna
Yeah.
listen to this. She's like, oh my, he's
You're
so
so
embarrassing.
Oh my God, what if I use some of these while I'm teaching yoga? Cricket.
Just gotta-
You'd open a whole new demographic.
oh my
I
god,
would.
I got my mom saying shoddy, which is an older one. That's like mid 2000s, like
Shoddy,
like-
got the melody in my head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
shoddy, like a like
Yeah,
a hot
yeah,
girl.
yeah.
So I see my mom be like, yo, what's up, shoddy? She's like, what's up, shoddy? She's
That's
like,
so
what does that
cute.
mean again?
That's so
when
cute.
old
I
people
love it.
use slang, or not
I
old
love
people.
it.
It's taken me like a full month to get her to use it in like the right context. So now she'll see me and be like, what's up, shoddy? Like, well
That's
done.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into the Dover slang thing?
Well, I didn't grow up
Dover
here.
had a whole.
But I-
yeah,
Yeah, they had their own language.
they did.
I never lived there either, but
I lived in Simcoe,
I knew,
so
you know,
I knew of
I
it.
knew enough
I'm a
Dover people.
Hamilton kid, so
Gerald. That's a
Yes,
bad word. I
Gerald,
shouldn't have
that's
even
bad.
said
Yeah.
that.
Moogsy and Poogsy.
Oh, I don't know those.
Mom
ones.
and Dad.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
my Moogsy and my Poogsy.
What is
those Dover kids. They're just
what is
the
Gerald?
best.
Are you allowed to tell me?
It's just a bad name. I
Just
think.
like calling
If you're a
someone, like,
Gerald, you don't want to be.
you
a
don't want to be a
Gerald.
Gerald.
Okay,
I'm
it's like a
pretty sure
Karen
It's very bad.
Yeah.
or a Chad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chads and Karen.
But I can't. I don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
want to discuss on it because I don't know enough,
No, I don't either.
and I don't want to get.
I
made
was just
fun of.
hoping one of you grew up in Dover and like use the slang all the time. No.
I lived in Dover. I just didn't grow up there
Oh yeah, you did.
for 4 years.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Mhm.
You lived in a little Smurf village there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
18 to 22 it was? Span?
Oh,
20?
4 years. Damn.
Like right after high school.
No, I look young. I'm 30. But
But you end high school at like when you're like 18, 17, 18.
Yeah,
right?
I graduated in 2012.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I didn't move to Dover until 2018.
Oh, 2018. I thought
Yeah.
you meant you lived
Sorry.
there from the time you were 18 to the time you were 22.
2018 to 2022.
Got it. Okay.
During the pandemic.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. And then I bought a house and then it burned down and now I'm here.
Right. Yes. I do know all about that. Yep. Okay.
People laugh and then they're, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it's funny. I laugh too. It's just,
I
at this
mean,
point, it's funny.
Yeah. Well, it's not funny, but
Well, it's not funny,
it
but
still
like,
sucks.
still sucks.
But it's not super.
It's
fresh.
healthy to laugh about.
It's healthy to
tragedy.
talk about it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it, you know?
Yeah.
I make jokes all the time about it. Yeah. We were saying like when we move back in, we'll have like a, I don't know, like a vacuum theme party because that's what burned my house. That was a vacuum. Or like
A vacuum?
yeah, it was a Dyson vacuum.
What?
Yeah. It's one of the, so
It
apparently,
caught on fire like when you weren't there?
well, I was at yoga.
Holy no way.
Yeah.
Dyson, sponsor us, please,
Yeah.
and we'll never mention it
Seriously?
again.
Yeah. Or I'll sue you.
Now I'm nervous. We have a Dyson at the studio. Oh my god, knock
Uh,
on wood. I do not
so,
know any of that right now.
Now that I've learned, batteries are like one of the leading causes of fires because they overheat and explode sometimes. Not just vacuum
Holy.
batteries, but like all batteries.
Wow.
Yeah. So the fire chief said like when you have a battery and it's constantly charging, you
Right.
know, it has
Dyson
the potential
vacuums?
of
Yeah, I
So
always unplug all my stuff ever since your fire happened.
mhm. There
Oh
was a
my
fire on
gosh.
Hillcrest, huge house burned down. It was a DeWalt drill that was plugged in,
No way.
battery.
Holy smokes.
And then 3 weeks after my house fire, a mutual friend said, "Yo, my friend's Dyson just caught on fire," and he put it out with a fire extinguisher, but he was home. But he had it. It was a wall mount, right? Charges, constant charges.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah.
Wow. All
Not
right,
that I'm-
friends, unplug your battery chargers.
Careful with batteries.
That's
Yep.
wild.
Mhm.
I didn't know that at all.
The power was on and off that day. So I have a feeling maybe it came back on while we were gone, like went off and on, and it surged. So now
Scary stuff.
getting the house redone, I'm like, okay, put the surge protectors in, do this, do that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the things. All
mhm,
the preventative things.
mhm.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a vacuum.
Thanks for sharing.
But I had it charging underneath a, what do you call that? Like a, where you put all your jewelry and do your makeup and stuff.
A
Like an
vanity?
armoire, a vanity.
Yep.
Yes, it was
Yep.
underneath a wooden vanity.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's even
just,
worse. Oh, that's so scary.
yeah, burned a hole through the floor.
Oh.
Big hole in the floor.
Wow.
Am I not showing you pictures?
Mhm.
I'll have to show you pictures.
Yeah,
I've never seen
that's
pictures either.
Really? I haven't shown you?
crazy.
It's a hard thing to ask.
My whole house was
Can you show me
black.
pictures of your house?
My whole house was black because it started in the upstairs, cooked the upstairs, and then fell through the floor and then cooked the downstairs.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it started in the
Wow.
basement.
And that's where he was in the house too, Cooper. So he was downstairs underneath my desk, and the only not black part of the house was where he was. So like
Oh my
somehow he
gosh.
knew, and it
Cats
started
are so smart.
so smart. Yeah,
Cats are so smart.
yeah,
Some of them.
Huh.
Not
yeah. So
Your cats are nice, Kay.
They're nice.
Yeah.
They're
he,
nice.
he spent at least 6 lives or something.
I know. I want.
What do they get, 9? Or 8, who knows?
This is the most docile. Good thing you didn't do the Cooper cam because it would be useless today. Because
He's sleepy.
Oh,
not
he
doing
should have
much.
his own camera.
we
We were gonna do it today. It was been a hectic morning, so
That's fair. Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
doing anything anyways.
Do you have these 2 microphones here just in case you have 2 guests at one time?
Mhm.
Oh, fun. Have you done that yet? Oh, yeah. Eric and Ashley.
Eric and Ashley, Kyle, Melissa, and I have my 2 cousins coming on next week, and they're nurses. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's gonna be so interesting.
And one teaches at Mac. They're at the NICU now, so like babies, but they've also went through the pandemic as nurses, and like
Oh, that's gonna be
they
so
have a
interesting.
lot. I asked them. I said because they have a lot to say because our medical system is in shambles right now. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I'm
much
so
you know.
curious to hear about that. I honestly don't. I'm
Well,
yoga bubble.
Tune in for Rachel and Vanessa Van Cleef because that's
So excited. Okay,
it's gonna be. I asked them. I was like, "Do you have to sign an NDA or like if you say stuff like, are you gonna get in trouble?" They're like, "Well, I don't think so." Because I was like, "Well, this is going on."
Surprises me that they wouldn't. I feel like they would almost at this point have to sign something that they wouldn't say.
Like they've told me some
Specific
stuff, and I'm like, "Is that legal?"
I think
Like-
it's pretty out there. Like, there's lots of stuff out there. But yeah, maybe it gets traced back and they get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the beans, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure
Okay.
the next one's gonna be like be pretty heated. I think
Yeah.
Okay. They don't
Bring
live
in
in
the
yoga
heat.
bubbles.
they
I
care.
could talk to you about arm
Yeah.
balances all day long, but
Sorry,
that's
we
it. Huh?
yeah we haven't been talking yoga much, but
That's fine. Remember, that's just my second thing.
yes, exactly,
Yeah, let's talk music.
exactly. Yeah, what's your flute?
Flute.
Um,
And then I'm in a band, guys.
yes, I've seen you play.
Yeah,
Um,
actually just hired us at Burning Kiln, actually.
Oh,
Do you play with You don't
My-
play with Adam Leifel, do you? Did you play with Adam
I
Leifel?
have played with him in
Okay.
the past. Like, I mean, Norfolk musicians always kind of dabble in. He's in the Shrubberies, though.
Yes.
And
The Shrubberies?
yeah,
Is that the band name?
yeah, their band name is the Shrubberies.
That's cute. And what's your band name?
The Mighty River. Yeah,
All
'cause
organically.
Is there
Yeah.
like Sanskrit for
Norfolk-y.
that, or
I there probably is, but I don't know.
I have to look that up? That's
It's Mighty River though because it's a family band. My dad and my sister and I, and our last name is Lawrence. The Mighty River is the Lawrence River.
Oh,
Good,
So
right?
sorry,
That's
who's
good.
in your band? It's you,
My sister Abby
your sister Abby,
and my dad
and your dad.
Cliff
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
with an iconic mustache.
So who
I was just gonna say Cliff with a mustache.
who does what in the band? What are the roles?
We kind of and our buddy Zane just joined as our
Okay.
bass player.
Nice.
Yes, he's been our buddy since we were kids, so he's an honorary Lawrence.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good to find a bass player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually is a guitar player, but he's just super talented and he plays the bass too.
Sweet.
So we're gonna kind of swap around. That's kind of our jam. We all play guitar. I play mandolin. Dad plays harmonica. We play a little cajon, which is a box drum that you sit on, shakers, and then a bass. And we kind of all like swap instruments a little bit. And we
Cool.
all sing.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Harmony is the kind of main jam.
And where can we hear you jam out?
At the Burning Kiln.
Ooh, when?
Yeah,
Coming up?
when?
We'll see if Ashley has gotten back to me when
Ah.
we're done the podcast.
Text her
but,
right now.
like,
We'll put it on
Yeah.
pause.
Yeah.
Put her
Actually, right
put her
now.
on
You
Fa-
better text her
Let's
back.
call her
Put her
and
on
put her on this
FaceTime
mic.
and
Put her on speaker.
I think June 8th and September. I don't know. A couple of Sundays throughout the summer.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We usually play a lot of breweries and wineries,
Okay.
private parties, weddings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
We host open mic at Wishbone.
Yeah, I've been to one.
Wishbone
of those.
has like
Yeah.
an open mic.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but how we got on stage was being encouraged by other musicians, being like, "Hey, you guys can do it. We know you can do it." So we're trying to do the same thing for other people at our favorite brewery, Wishbone.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
They got like a cult following there. It's pretty.
It's,
I gotta ask.
oh yeah,
Have you done the trivia there yet?
I haven't.
It's scary,
haven't-
isn't it? It's
I've been on a
scary.
team. Do you know Trevor, who we come to yoga with?
Yeah.
So it's his sister runs the team, and it's her mom, Trevor, me, Ash. Sometimes one other person joins, but like we've won first place a couple times. Don't want to brag.
Seriously?
Don't want to brag.
Well, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at
And they give you a
trivia.
gift card for the place, and it's like if you get
Yeah.
first place, like $75.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I haven't-
like cover
haven't
your
tried
bill
it
type
yet.
gift card,
Yeah, that is
like for the
pretty good.
table.
We should do. Do we have any Wishbone?
'Kay, we've
in the
talked
fridge?
We talked. I think we drank them all.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
go
like,
fast.
sorry.
They are
I think
so good.
I've drank them all.
They go first.
fair.
Every time I have like the Wishbones, there you go. They go. They're so good.
Yeah, I think I drank all the beer. I think it's just I gotta
Oh my
fill this
God.
fridge back up.
Tyler and Nick would
drank
be
all
also great guests.
They are. I'm trying. They're. Well, I haven't asked yet, but they're on the list.
Oh yeah, they'd be such great guests.
I'm trying to space it out
Yeah.
so there's not two similar guests back to back.
Yeah.
But I have not had a. I was trying to get a brewmaster, and we were trying to work it out, but then something came up, so it just never happened. So
They'd be
yeah.
good. I'll just be
Tyler
recommending
and-
people for your podcast.
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, I'll get my pen and paper. out.
Also,
Read my
to anyone
journal.
listening, like send me. I had a couple people send me DMs with some suggestions, and
Oh,
I was
cool.
like, I'll never say yes, but I'll be like, I'll look into it. And if it's interesting to me, I'll have them on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have to be interested in
Request.
what the person does, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Because otherwise,
You
otherwise-
you don't know what to talk about. Conversation doesn't flow as freely as the cocktails.
yeah.
Oh, I think that's in the
Oh, she
description.
took it from her.
Yeah, did you? Oh,
Cheers
she's
to
Yeah,
that.
researching.
am-
Cheers to that.
I am
Oh,
up to date
cheers.
on the Drews.
Nice.
I sat with that bio for a long time. It's like that was like the 8th iteration.
It's very good. Ooh, I really tasted the mint in that sip.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, you can't shake it otherwise in the martini, otherwise it gets all like pulpy. It's gross. So
Yeah.
But that's what she taught me. You smack
The
it.
smacking of the mint
Yeah.
made it
You know,
all.
if you want to smack a second time, you can put it in.
Yeah. It's
Have you
good.
thought about replacing essential oils with just mint leaves and just?
When I rubbed it in my hand, I was
it
like,
smelled so good.
Mm.
this doesn't smell like peppermint oil. It's very
It's
different.
real.
Yeah, it's very,
peppermint,
very
yeah.
different.
I'm sure like the extraction process
Yeah.
does something.
Well, peppermint oil in your face is like,
Oh yeah, I put it like
So
here, and it's like,
intense.
whoa, kind of like
oh, it burns.
it's like Vicks vapor rub.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
burns. Same with eucalyptus.
Mm,
I just
That
got
one's
some
a-
of that for the studio,
that's intense.
and I was giving it out on a cold cloth. I was like, "Oh, guys, don't put that by your eyes. I think I put too much eucalyptus in it."
I've always get curious about when I get a cold cloth, like how careful should I be?
That's
with this
usually
cold
why we
cloth.
say what's on it,
Yeah,
because anything like peppermint or eucalyptus that you know is
don't
in,
want it in my eyes.
you don't want it in your eyes. No, no, definitely not.
I usually just do a
Unless
quick sweat wipe
unless you just
Yeah, like wipe the face, take a big smell because there's usually a ton of
and then
oils on
clean
it.
my mat.
Yeah,
maybe you had a rough day and you really want to feel something that day.
then
Then go for it.
squeeze it.
Cleanse- oh,
It's like that tequila shot. It's like what you snort the salt, lemon juice in the eye, do the
Oh.
shot.
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't think
Equivalent to
I've-
that.
I've never done that.
I've never
I'm
done that
surprised
either.
I
but
haven't.
I'm surprised you haven't
Yeah,
as well.
I think that
Says
has a
lot.
name. Pretty sure that has a name.
Yeah, I know a prairie fire. I've done lots of those.
Yes.
That's tequila with Tabasco in it.
I have not tried that.
That's
Shocking though, because I love hot sauce. I don't
So
really want to
do
do shots of
I.
hot sauce, but
well, with tequila, it's better. It's
I went-
easier.
I went to a Christmas party and somebody got like a 12 days of Christmas like hot sauce tree thing. And we were
Oh,
drinking a
cool.
little bit. So we're like, what's the hottest one? It was Ghost. So I'm like, give me that. I put a little bit on my tongue because I can handle some heat. And then the one girl's like, give me that. Didn't really ask any questions. Spun the top off. Went glug, glug, glug. And all of us just froze. We're like, what did you just do? She's like, I just tried it. I was like, do you know what that is? She's like, no. And then you could just see her face going red. She goes quiet. She's like, guys, I just have to go aside for a second. And just starts puking.
Oh, that sounds worse almost. I feel like puking up hot sauce is
when coming back
burns
up.
up and down.
It's like a double burn.
Yeah.
Poor girl, why would she do that?
She didn't know. She didn't ask. She's just like, give me that.
What are you in shots of?
Shot.
Like I did like, just a tiny bit.
Yeah,
She was
just
like
a
glug,
taste.
glug, glug
Oh,
out of this little bottle.
that's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even Tabasco would be really bad.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tabasco
I
is.
could do
Cayenne,
a
I think.
mouthful of Tabasco.
I signed
I really
waivers.
enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do it because I enjoyed it. I would do it because someone dared me to.
Oh, I dare you.
Sriracha's where it's at.
I didn't finish that sentence on purpose.
I would get you some, but I don't have any Tabasco.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta
Darn.
leave some in the fridge.
I'd
for-
triple dog dare you.
I mean,
Well, then
what does
then
that
it would
mean?
be what's the YouTube guy? The Hot Wings.
Oh,
was it
I
called?
don't know. Hot wings.
No,
I think it's called hot wings.
is it just called Hot Wings?
Hot take.
Hot-
Hot wings.
Fuck, look it up.
I think it's just called hot wings.
No, it's called
I'm not privy to this YouTube guy.
No, he
Ball
has,
Guy.
like, famous
Interviews all
people.
the famous people while he does hot sauce, and they gets hotter.
He interviewed Paul
as
Rudd.
as they go.
No,
I
no
love
idea.
Paul
Who-
Rudd.
Who's your favorite celebrity actor?
Hot ones.
Oh,
Wait,
I
I
don't.
bet you he's
Can I name any? I don't know.
Hot Ones. Is a Hot One.
Ones.
Sorry.
Remember
Ones.
Yoga Bubble?
Here, throw a clip on for her, and like fast forward it to like the end when they're doing like the real hot ones.
I'll give you a quick Jennifer Lawrence, Jason Sudeikis, Sydney Sweeney, or Gwyneth Paltrow.
I know who Gwyneth Paltrow is.
Okay.
Okay, let's do Gwyneth Paltrow.
I was hoping Sydney Sweeney.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't either, and I just watched
She's like the modern.
Britney Spears.
No, not Britney Spears. The famous girl from like the 50s with the skirt blowing up.
Oh,
blonde hair.
Marilyn Monroe?
Sorry, Sorry, I was blanking there. She's like a modern day Marilyn Monroe. You know, blonde,
Oh, cool. Okay.
What's the other girl with the
bigger chested.
boobs? What's the other girl with the big boobs?
Busty.
Well, don't put me on the spot here.
Yeah, no.
Madonna?
No, not Madonna. She had a Tom. She was married to Tommy Lee.
Oh, Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
She's
yes.
a modern day
Who,
Pamela Anderson.
if you didn't know, is Canadian.
Oh, didn't know.
She's from Vancouver Island, I think.
Oh, cool. It's nice.
So
out there.
once I don't know why my internet's so shit here.
Bad day for it. We
Hot
got full
Ones,
bars.
it's like a talk show for celebrities, and you know they advertise movies, but they do hot wings.
Well,
and
they
each-
start out like mild.
Yeah, each question,
Okay.
and then as they progress with questions, they progress with the heat.
And they have to eat the wings.
You have to try and make it to the 10th hot sauce, which is sometimes like hot.
Oh, that's cool.
Always
That's
hot.
entertaining. That's very.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
I think it's a very
entertaining.
good.
They had who's the guy from Jackass who does all the crazy shit?
Bam Margera.
Not
No.
Bam.
Oh, I know who you mean.
He's got the raspy voice.
and he looks really cool. He looks like a cool guy.
He's like sober now.
I used to be obsessed with Bam Margera.
Yeah, he's not in
Weird person
Jackass
to-
anymore.
Weird person to be obsessed.
Oh, what is his name?
Steve-O.
Steve-O. You know
Oh,
Steve-O?
I know who Steve is. Yeah.
So Steve-O was on Hot Ones, and at the end, he put the hot sauce in his eyes.
Oh, that guy's nuts.
Yeah.
That guy's nuts.
Sorry, my internet's
That's okay.
shit here. Ironically enough, Langton, which is like way out there, outskirts of Norfolk, I have
I know
fiber.
Langton.
Fiber internet.
Yes.
Here,
No.
Central Simcoe,
Can't
no,
get it.
no fiber.
I know you can't hardly get anything but Eastlink, right? In
Yeah.
Simcoe? Yeah.
Eastlink
I have
is.
Eastlink.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
pretty
Eastlink. Your internet is terrible.
Yeah, I tried to get something else at the studio because there's so many different practitioners, and
Yeah.
you cannot get anything but Eastlink in Simcoe.
And also, quick isn't that quick either.
Can you get that in Simcoe?
I don't know. Maybe I've seen them around.
I have no idea.
I was with who was I with in Langton? It was Execulink,
Oh,
and they ran fiber lines
yes.
all down
Smart.
Langton.
Why not in Simcoe?
I'm sure.
It
This is
starting
why
to
I
get so
stopped
busy.
shopping on Amazon,
think it's
and
coming.
you
Is it
should
I'm just
Here
read
comes.
that for now.
don't spend another dime
Oh,
on
skip it.
Amazon
It's
until
funny.
Skip
you
it.
watch this
I don't-
first.
Watch this.
Skip it.
I can.
I hear you.
This is going to be
Just turn it
spicier
down a
than the
touch,
last
maybe.
one. I might throw up.
You can see your eyes watering already.
That's okay. That's good.
I'll just skip
Fast forward to like where she's
Years. Like I'm
in
over
pain.
those. Like
Yeah.
you'll never see me eat. Right. Now
fun
remember
watching
the
other
last
people
one.
suffer.
Immediately jarring.
What a strange idea for
Immediately
him.
breaking containment.
I remember
So
watching him when he had
funny.
like
This is
maybe
bad.
100,000
Not funny
subs,
either, but not like the last
like
one.
early, and he
Not
wasn't
like the
really
last
even
one.
interviewing like big celebrities at all. And then it just exploded.
Calm place.
Who did I
Wow.
say I liked? The Ant-Man.
So last fall you did an
oh,
interview with Vogue set
Paul
in the
Rudd.
stunning
Paul Rudd.
garden of your Amagansett home. Do you have a
We should get
favorite
him on the
herb at the
podcast.
moment?
Goals.
He's one of those celebrities that I don't
I
like
really
like
did
or
not
know
think
many
you were gonna
celebrities, but I
ask
would
that.
love to hang out with Paul Rudd.
That was so funny.
Here, skip to. I
Yeah,
want to see her
Paul
do
Rudd
like
is
the
hilarious.
hot. I want to see if she makes it to the
I
hot
love
one.
all-
She's pretty close right now.
Dunk it in here.
All right, thank you.
Get some more.
Does he eat them too?
Oh yeah, every
There we
time.
go.
Oh,
There we
really?
go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I wonder what his insides are like.
Oh, he's struggling.
Oh.
I think the bald head
Heteros
probably
are
helps.
so funny.
More heat release,
You
like
can really
Oh my
release lots of
God.
sweat.
air cooled head.
So you can take the healthy.
Did she just call him a hetero?
I don't know. I can't hear it.
Go back 10 seconds. Hold on. Go back like
Just-
15 seconds ish.
Yeah, there you go.
She's so strange. Go back a bit more.
You know, like just dip
To
your
when he was rubbing his
use a
face.
couple- Oh, heteros are so funny.
She did.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, pause. I'm enough of this.
So you,
She's off the rocker. As soon as she came out with that goop stuff, I'm like, yo, this bitch is crazy.
I couldn't.
I don't know anything about her. I just recognized her name out of the list that you said.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Heteros are so funny.
about it. Is that what she said?
I
does that
I
mean
assume
she's-
she meant heterosexual, but that's a weird thing to call somebody.
Yep.
Does that mean she's gay? Maybe.
Probably
Maybe.
not. She has kids. She was married to, you know, who she was married to
can
was
be-
Chris Pine from, not Chris Pine. Chris Pine from Coldplay?
Avengers?
No, not Chris Pine. Chris. Who's a Coldplay singer? Chris.
I don't know. Once I heard Coldplay,
Chris
I
works.
actually vomited.
Can you check that for me?
You like Nickelback though.
I know I don't like Coldplay.
Coldplay.
That's fair.
I was
lead
also
singer.
like really drunk.
Next class you come to, I'm gonna blast all the Coldplay.
I'm gonna vomit in class. Has that ever happened? That's one thing I
No.
was concerned about last class I did because I was like struggling a little bit.
You thought you were
I-
gonna vomit?
I didn't actually think I was gonna vomit, but it crossed my mind. I'm like, I wonder if anyone.
No one
has
has
vomited.
vomited in class. No.
No one's vomited. There's been no domino effect.
No. Luckily, I mean, the best thing is like you are in charge, so like you can leave the room if you feel like don't.
No.
You, you don't have to stay until the point of
I'm gonna stay until.
vomiting or throwing over.
Do you have
Throwing up.
any nightmare stories at all?
When I practiced, it did not happen at Sayza, but I was in the room one time in a class in Hamilton when somebody passed out and the teacher caught them.
Oh,
Oh,
Mhm.
that's good.
like
Yeah.
not went to sleep, like blacked out,
Yeah.
almost blacked out.
Like pretty much blacked out. Came to it pretty quickly.
Hmm.
It was a gentle class and it wasn't hot though. So I don't
Low blood pressure.
like it could have been low
maybe.
blood pressure. They might not have eaten. Like it could have been so many things because you don't really know
Yes.
how that person's coming in. It could have been like some sort of prior condition they had. You don't really know as
Maybe
someone else in the
they
room.
drank?
Maybe they drank before they came to class. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest reason why like you just have to be completely in charge of what's happening on your mat because I don't really know.
Yeah.
I find it very impressive that you are doing the poses, flowing, also explaining and talking at the same time. You're doing like 5 things at once, and then there's me on my mat just trying to do the
Just
one
trying.
pose as you're like breathing, talking, explaining,
Doing.
pacing everything out, thinking about the next one coming up.
It's probably practice.
Like,
I don't like you don't as a teacher, I teach primarily with my words
okay.
unless I'm sneakily trying to
I
sneak in a
do-
workout.
What I like about you is you come around and correct, which is nice.
I do.
I
love
do
the
appreciate that because I'm
I'm picky.
always I do
Not picky. If I see somebody doing something wrong, the whole room's going to do it right until we're going to do it over and over until we all get it right.
It's good.
Not every time, but if there's something
Yeah.
really unsafe happening, I will not let anyone go further.
But just like I think you've come and corrected like my downward, like I just wasn't, my hips
Right.
weren't high enough, or I
Right.
don't know.
Rounded spine.
But
all
I
the things.
appreciate that. Like
Yeah.
I want to be doing it
Yeah, sometimes you have no
correctly.
idea.
the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see me.
Or sometimes you're moving so fast. It's like, okay, what am I? It's hard to pay attention to all of the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm like really into it. I just wish I could go more, honestly.
You will be able to eventually. There you
Yeah.
go.
The wintertime, it's like twice a week. Summertime's like once a week, but-
I see so many people in the community that maybe have come to yoga and just have stopped or taking a break or whatever, and they see me, they come up and they apologize right away. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, guys, it's fine. I really don't care. We'll be there when you're ready to come back.
Yeah.
I think that that's the coolest thing about being a yoga teacher is like I am not offended if you're not coming. I get that you have crazy life stuff going on, and yoga is always going to be there like when you're ready to come back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
My
not
mom
going
always used to
anywhere.
say that. She has practiced her whole life, but I remember her saying, I sometimes had to take breaks or, I just would get out of it and fall back into it, but your mat is always there. And it is like no one's judging you ever. It's
Yeah,
it's the
I like that.
coolest practice because if you haven't practiced in years and you used to be able to do something and now it takes you 5 years to get back to that, no one cares. They're like, sweet.
They also
Nice to see you
don't.
again.
They also don't know. So
Yeah, no one has a
Yeah.
clue.
yeah.
I always say I like sports that you do by yourself with a lot of other people. I really like snowboarding and
Oh,
I really
yeah.
like yoga. And both those things you do by
Nice.
yourself, but with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
so-
kind of growing individually
Yeah.
and can see each other progress as well as yourself
Yeah.
and encourage.
Yeah. It's a cool way to grow.
That is cool.
It's a fun. I never really thought about it that way. trying to think of other activities that are like that.
But a lot of sports, I guess. You
Does
could say,
hiking
like
count? Rock climbing,
rock
yeah.
climbing,
Rock climbing.
hiking,
Yeah. Hiking. I would, say,
that
yeah.
counts, yeah.
Kayaking.
kayaking.
Yeah.
kayaking.
Wow.
Paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of like sports. I guess they're sports.
Yeah. Sports.
Sports.
Yeah, for sure.
You do by
Activities,
yourself.
sports.
Activities.
I think
yeah.
there's a line, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Well, there's sports, and then there's like team sports.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Team sports.
I
Not my thing.
love team sports.
Oh, you do.
That's like my bread and butter. Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
So respect you for that. I so have no idea what's going on
I-
with any team sport.
I like people, and I like strategizing to reach a goal, like collectively.
Yeah.
So like
Yep.
I've been playing volleyball, and it's like you play, and you're square,
Yeah.
So like if a ball's hitting the other corner, like even though you could go get that ball and you know you can, you have to let that person get it.
Right.
So you have to work with them, and like if they,
Right.
if they're new or they're not bumping right, I'm like, hey, try this, like,
Right.
because it's for the good of the team, because you're not supposed to go get that ball. So
Working together. Right.
working together, and
They
you know
don't
you
like
have to
sports
like.
'cause they're good
There's a
at that.
setter, and the setter has to set the person that spikes, but then the person who receives the serve has to get it to the setter. So it's all
Right.
like, yeah.
Team oriented.
When you explain it like that, it kind of makes me want to try it because I do like working together to like build a
It's
certain
great.
goal.
Yeah.
But I've never been sporty.
There's some sports I like volleyball. I feel like it's like as long as you can hit a ball in the air, like just try it out.
Yeah, true.
Or
And
even
you can
like
do it on the beach.
yeah,
Yeah,
go
okay.
play beach volleyball.
Yeah, I could try that.
I never played in a league. Never played in high school. Just played like in gym class and like beach with some friends.
Yeah.
So now I'm playing in a league now for the first time.
Oh, congratulations.
And I
That's
really,
so fun.
Yeah, I really like it.
Where are you playing?
Tilsonburg.
Fun.
'Cause Simcoe's full.
Oh,
There's
wow.
like a 10.
adult volleyball is full?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think there's like a 10-team waiting list. Like you could make. I think there's
Whoa.
so many people waiting to play here that you could make another league
Wow.
if somebody wanted to run it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What a like healthy outlet.
Yes.
Yeah, like
And then
team sports.
let's
Is it just
ba-
for fun or do you like
for fun.
competitive?
Rec,
Yeah, okay. It's
rec.
not competitive.
No.
Cool.
And then baseball, I play rec, and then I have ultimate frisbee, which is like my true passion. Yes.
I don't even think I know what ultimate frisbee is.
Do you know what disc golf is?
Yes.
So it's not that.
Okay.
People always
It's a frisbee.
confuse it with ultimate. Disc golf is like, you throw it, you don't move, and you try to hit it in the chain.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ultimate is, I would say, more similar to like football. It's
Okay.
a field sport. And there's teams and positions, and there's like
Okay.
equivalent to like a QB. And how you get a point is you catch the frisbee in the end zone, like a touchdown,
So it's football using a frisbee.
essentially. But you can't run with it once you receive the frisbee.
Okay.
And
I don't
so-
know anything of football.
And then
so-
someone can guard you.
Oh,
I'm talking about
okay,
ultimate,
cool.
yeah. So
I couldn't have told you that you were allowed to run with the football or anything. No, I don't know.
You can run
anything
with
about
the football.
I've seen people run with football, so
yeah. And
I
people,
went to my nieces and nephews' soccer game the other day. They're in high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's it mean when he puts the flag up? They're like, out of bounds. I'm like, I don't know anything about
or unless it's
sports."
yellow, then it's a warning, and then red's like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. Okay.
I don't
so
play soccer, but
that's soccer, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know that. I think that's accurate.
I really enjoyed watching, to be honest. Once I kind of like got it, I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Go sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, sports are fun. Like
It was fun.
I'm not up to date on like sports or hockey or anything, but I watched hockey the other day.
Yeah.
I was under the influence of mushrooms,
Okay.
Oh,
Go
fun.
Drew.
and that made it. I was very into it. I was like more. I'm like, wow, this is intense.
incredible.
Like, I just kind of got into the mind of like all the players. I'm like, wow, like this is like a huge thing for these NHL
Their moms
players
are
to,
probably
like,
so proud. He's
yeah, like it just
tearing up,
escalates,
like-
and it's like, it's a big thing.
That is really interesting.
And then all the fans as well watching at the same time.
May I ask, like, was that the end goal to like, okay, I'm gonna take mushrooms and watch hockey?
No, I was taking mushrooms recreationally, and then we
Hockey
decided
came
to
up.
watch hockey.
Who was playing?
It was the Leafs versus Boston.
Oh yeah, that's a good series.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I'm a hockey
Cool.
fan now.
Boston's
when
like
I'm
a
on mushrooms.
Boston's
sounds
like
so
a
fun.
old school nemesis of Toronto. Like they're the original 6. Like there was 6 or 9. I'm confusing. I think it's 6. There was 6 or 9 only in the first ever NHL. Like when it
Oh,
first started.
cool.
And
Whoa.
Boston and Toronto
Were
were
two of them.
rivals. It was back in like the
Oh.
40s and the 20s. Like,
So that's been going on for a very, very
time.
long time.
so you caught a good one.
Well, that's probably why you were so
Into
the
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
mushrooms.
That'd be a trip.
combination.
Yeah, I don't really watch sports. Like I
No.
don't watch sports, but I play a lot of sports. I just don't watch. I don't have the time.
It's like it's entertainment.
And it takes up so much time. Like if you're watching Sunday
To
Night
be
Football,
committed
it's like
to it.
3
Oh yeah, I don't
3
have 3
hours,
to sit
maybe
still.
even more. Like
I don't even think I could sit still for that long without sleeping.
I got stuff to edit. I got
Yeah,
things. I
stuff
got
to do.
things.
You could be at yoga.
Podcasting.
Could be a yoga podcasting. I'd rather like hang out with friends and have some beers
Yeah.
than watch a sport on
Yeah.
TV.
I feel like I could probably sleep to sports really well.
Probably.
Put on some golf.
Oh yeah,
That would be a
that's-
good
yeah.
one to sleep to.
It's a sleepy one. It's a sleepy
Sleeping music is now just golf.
It's just golf.
one. It's like I can't really watch baseball on TV. I find it slow. But if you go to a stadium and you got beer and pretzels and people
I
are
feel like
cheering,
that would be
like
really fun. Yeah,
it's a great time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you're watching on TV, you're like, eh.
I think it's one of those things where it's fun to do with people. It's like it's an event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a reel once and it was kind of making fun of that for like golf. It's like men can't really just do nothing and talk to each other, so they go drink beers and drive golf carts, hit balls around. Which is fair. Like
It's crazy to me that, like, you know, you're not supposed to drink and drive, but you can have a beer and drive a golf cart,
Yeah.
and it's a
true.
motorized vehicle.
Yeah, you
some
can
of
have
them.
more than one. They
How-
can run an off-road.
Like, how does that?
I've never
yeah,
been
and then
golfing,
another
but, like,
golf cart comes around
Yeah.
and gives you beer.
Can you look that up?
Is it legal?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Like,
They
why
do
does
it.
They
that?
do it.
Oh, it's totally. I mean, there's no roads, right? There's not. You're not driving golf carts.
But
But
like,
you're
what?
not allowed to
on
drive a
roadways.
quad or a
Mm-mm.
dirt bike on a trail
Mm.
while under the influence.
I think those have a lot more.
Well, my friend's a
Power.
cop, and I was
Right.
like,
Okay,
hey,
golf cart.
what?
I feel like a golf cart you can't. Like I've seen people flip golf carts and you don't.
Well,
get
I
it.
asked
You
Lucas.
flip a quad going fast. You could.
I asked
Rip
Lucas.
your
I
head
said,
off.
can you get a DUI on a bicycle? He goes, no, it has to be motorized.
I always heard you could get a DUI on a bicycle, but he is a.
Well, not
police
a motorcycle. Yes, a bicycle.
Yeah.
With gears, no motor.
officer.
He said no.
Well, I'm sure they've given some out to the people in Turkey.
Well, it would be public intoxication,
Oh, okay.
Right, it
not
wouldn't
not
be
a
a-
DUI,
Oh, okay.
because
that
it's
makes
not
sense.
motorized. But
Yeah.
if you're driving a gas powered golf cart, and you're 4 beers in,
I'm sure if you drive it on the road and not on a golf cart.
You're getting a ticket for that for sure. Yeah.
well, what if you drive your car in a field and you're drunk? You see where I'm getting at here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
there's-
think you're fine.
there's a-
I think you're fine. You're
I
not
think
on the
I'm onto
roadways.
something.
I think if you're not on the roadways, all
Can the-
Highway Traffic Act rules of the road apply to golf carts allowed under the pilot program.
So
So I think if you're on the road with a golf cart,
then you get nabbed.
then you can add, which makes sense because if you're on a golf course,
So you can drive your car in a field.
I don't.
I bet you could. If it's your field, why would you not be able to?
Yeah, I guess.
Just seems so wrong. Like,
Seems so
like driving a car drunk in general.
I
Yeah,
love all the
it's very
places
wrong.
that this conversation has gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Awesome.
this one's all over the place.
Yeah, I love it.
It's hit or miss. Like some
Yeah.
podcasts are like, oh,
So
we're
fun.
strictly talking about photography and that's it.
I like that one though because I'm a nerd. I like talking about photography stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've derailed this. We can dive into yoga. There
No,
was some yoga
I like
stuff.
to talk about other things. This,
Okay, nice.
This, whether you can get a ticket on the road for drinking and driving your golf cart or not, is actually fascinating.
People
Yeah.
tuned in because I'll put like,
Yeah.
let's say, because you're a yoga instructor, I'll put in brackets beside the title of the podcast, yoga. Other ones, photography, just so people know the general
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put yoga, and people are like, what? They're talking about
They're talking
hot
about
ones. They're talking
5
about
minutes
drinking
of
and driving
yoga.
golf carts, luscious long hair, Fabio.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, Drew, you still have your medium sticker on your shirt.
Oh yeah, shout out to Sarah
Was it-
because she brought us
Shout out to these guys for having me on the podcast.
really cool custom Sayza
Yeah.
t-shirts, and we just had to put them on
Yeah,
for this
I wanted
episode.
to match. Wanted to be matching.
Oh yeah,
matching.
These are
we're
really
all
nice.
matching. I wonder if
Yeah.
anyone's noticed that.
I hope so.
I hope they.
That's
I
really
hope they
funny.
didn't until right now, and they're like, oh yeah, they're all wearing the same shirt.
Oh.
It was actually a U.S. company we got to
I had
make
to look.
them.
You know me, I got to check.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
had them made by this company in the U.S., which we didn't realize until they got shipped and we got the bill in USD. And you're like, oh.
And then did you have to do like the not tariffs, whatever it is when you?
Yeah. So
Because I got a
that
bill
was
for that
great.
too when I bought
Yeah.
something from the States, where it's like, okay, yeah, U.S. dollars that hurt, and then it's like also since you bought it from the U.S., you have to pay like
Yeah. the shipping and
$150
everything.
in taxes.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's really fun.
I only really buy film equipment from like B&H, but they have a thing where you can cash out and they'll just charge you $40 and they'll just cover the. It's usually good in the
Okay,
long run.
Okay.
Sometimes it's
Great
yeah.
quality though. Really love them. They did a great
This is
job.
Very
really
soft.
really nice.
Yeah. Rush tees.
Hey, you want to tell people about Sayza who are listening?
Yeah.
We haven't really even
We haven't
explained
even-
it. We just talked
You
about
guys
it.
are like, Sayza's great. I'm like, yeah, Sayza's great.
Yeah.
Can we start at the beginning?
Okay, let's go back.
5 years, 6 years.
So this
At the
is
beginning
your
of Sayza, We're 6. We turned 6 February 5th.
Okay. And the studio where I started going to was
Where'd
that
you start?
The barn?
yes.
The airplane hangar. Yes.
Is that your first studio? Or did you have one before?
No, we had one before that.
Oh,
We opened on Colburn and Young.
is that why
right
people say the
downtown.
downtown?
Yes.
Sarita calls it the downtown studio.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were right downtown. Did you ever come there?
Yeah, Matt DeVos.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Maddie from hometown used to come there too.
I was a whole gold chain and we were like doing yoga, just sweating.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So our first studio was the whole entire studio, including the lobby, the change rooms, the bathrooms, was probably just as big as the hot room that we're in right now.
Okay.
Yeah. We could fit 22 mats if we stuffed them like this close together. And I would sit in the windowsill like this and teach. Like I would sit in the windowsill and just like teach with my words when the room was full. We outgrew that space within like 8 months. And we moved to the airplane hangar. I just love renovating so much. I just love it.
I can tell.
Gosh.
Must be so fun having to take the panels down, put them back up, and take them down. And put 'em
Oh
back
yeah,
up.
and building walls.
Why
and all
not?
those things, and then bashing
So
them
much fun.
down. Oh yeah, so fun. And then we did a big renovation. So, at the airplane hangar, it used to be. Well, it's been a lot of things. If you know Simcoe.
So did planes land there?
Oh yeah, it was like a huge.
I remember growing up.
Yeah,
They
I
used to do
remember
parachuting?
parachuting there. There's a parachuting club, and do you remember
I
when the guy
remember
like
why.
landed on
Yeah,
Canadian
the
Tire?
AMP.
Or
be
it used to be AMP.
And the
Hold on. Pause. I've
Yeah.
heard this story.
landed
This
is
happened in
a-
Simcoe?
Yeah.
Landing is a
Okay,
light
hold
word.
on. Can we just I'm gonna just take a right
Yeah,
turn here.
yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so I should look it up. I actually shouldn't talk about it too much because I don't really know the details. But where Canadian Tire is used to be the AMP Mall, and I remember it well because I grew up in Norfolk. And yeah, look it up because they had a parachuting club, and actually one of our awesome students, who's now a close friend of mine, his family used to own it and like teach lessons out of there and stuff like that. Ross, who did
Oh,
the
really?
painting,
Oh,
yeah.
I love Ross.
There's a sweet picture of him in his house, like holding onto the parachute mid flight, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Anyways, full circle because now he's like, oh yeah, before that was bought by my previous landlords who sold it to the development company. They used to own it, and I don't know if that's when it happened when somebody landed on the AMP. Maybe I should ask Ross because
Landed. I think crashed.
okay, crashed. Yeah,
They didn't
crashed.
It was not a nice
It
tale.
was not good.
They
It was
didn't
not a good
land
end.
on it.
Did his
They
parachute
landed
not
on
come
it.
out?
I don't actually know.
I
if
don't
he
know
got the
either.
parachute, but it ended in a splat.
Yeah.
I think.
And not living.
I hope this isn't insensitive, but did he go through?
I
I
don't know any of the details.
Cool. Just wondering. My
Okay, so-
internet's acting up, isn't it?
Yeah, so
That's
we'll look that up and I'll ask Ross. But since then, it was then like a laser tag, an army surplus store, a garage,
Connect to my phone if you want.
and then Sayza. So when I got it, it was a garage and there was no floor. So we started like pretty much from ground zero and put the floor in, and
Wow.
built some walls, made some change rooms.
I did like that studio.
I did
I
too.
kind of miss it a little bit.
I did
but
too.
This one is the new
Yeah.
one is really nice.
Yeah, the new one's super nice. And then a commercial development company bought it from my landlords.
Hmm.
And we kind of got like the boot.
Mm-hmm.
And
So did Drew.
Yeah, Drew got the Drew boot. We had just like started this lovely little thing.
I know.
Right? Like I
I
was
br-
so happy when Drew came in there. It was so nice working with him, like in the same spot with each other and stuff.
Yeah. It was like a good. It worked.
Oh,
together.
it worked so
Yeah.
well together.
It's like peanut butter and jelly, you know.
Totally. I
Yeah.
know. It's okay because we both are making lemonade out of all of those lemons we kind of got dealt there.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we turned the medical center into Sayza, which is now like a wellness center that has different practitioners, 2 different yoga studios.
Was that hard to acquire? Like, while you found out you had to move, did you have a backup? Like,
Oh, I had no backup
so
plan.
you're just kind of.
I really like we
how
we
did-
found out we had to move and I was like, all right, okay, cool. The right thing will come around. I don't know why I wasn't worried. I was kind of like, if it works out, it's gonna work out how it's supposed to work out, and it really worked out.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
no shit.
it worked
like,
out so well.
because I know there's limited space in Norfolk. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a city, so
Yeah, It
you
worked
know.
out so well. And we
Yeah.
just got our landscaping done
Yeah.
by a new company that started too. Roman has Fiat Lux.
Okay.
Drew helps him out sometimes.
He helps me out a lot.
They both help each other. That's what we do though. He helped me out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
help
such
him
Is
out.
that who helped you
Gonna
with
drop
Joro?
that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
done like a lot. Like at the original location, I remember. There
Oh
was,
yeah,
like,
he did do a lot to
yeah,
help you.
there was
Yeah.
like a snowstorm, and we had to build the fence. And I'm like, Roman, if you don't want to build the fence today, like that's okay. Like you've already done a lot. He's like, no, let's do it. So we like had to hammer these metal posts into the ground during like a snowstorm. Like it was just like wind and snow. I'm like, this is like I didn't want to do it, but he was just like, let's just do it.
He's a hard worker.
He's hard.
He works so hard, man.
He is.
They are so fast too. Like they finished that was a huge landscaping job at Sayza.
Yeah, he did a really good
He had to
job.
come in with like that little mini excavator and rip out the ground cover. I'm sure the doctors that owned that building before planted that 40 years ago and didn't touch that garden.
Never.
So they dug it up with an excavator, and then they had the entire thing, brand new gardens out the front, brand new around the sign at the front
It's
in
beautiful.
3 days. They did
Beautiful.
it in 3 days.
Does
Yeah.
Roman do residential?
He does. Do you
Yeah.
want
So,
some landscaping done?
I need some landscaping done in Langton
Oh,
for
sure.
when we move in.
Oh,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you connected.
Okay, I would appreciate that.
Andro P.
I'd appreciate
Fiat Lux.
that. Okay.
It's the Roman Empire with a shovel is his logo, which I
Yeah.
loved so much.
Yeah, it's a
like
cool
that's
logo.
so perfect.
Which Eric Pond did.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah. I love it when other businesses help other small businesses and
Yeah.
everybody works together.
Mhm.
It's
It's very fun.
the way it should go. Norfolk County.
Oh, the lion
Oh, here he
awakens. Oh, he's just
Oh,
readjusting.
Come on, buddy. I was hoping he'd have a little naparoo.
He'll
right down
come
here.
say hi,
I
I
love
think, yeah.
cats so much.
Well, I don't know. He's weird with either he loves you or don't touch me.
Oh,
He's
okay.
It's like 50-50 with people.
Okay.
It's
not-
weird. He generally likes guys, which is
Oh.
I don't know. Like I have a lot of friends that are girls that come over here and he like hisses at them,
What?
and then their boyfriend will be like, "Come here," and just picks them up. He's like, "Purr, purr,
He
purr,"
likes
like,
male energy. That's okay. All right.
I don't know. Don't know what it is.
Is he your cat or Ashley's cat?
He's our cat.
Okay, he's both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mhm.
one more than the other?
No.
Because usually they like,
I became dad when we got married.
oh, okay.
Yes. Otherwise, it was mom's boyfriend.
Oh, my. Until you got married.
That's
oh,
hilarious.
my.
Then it was dad or
Okay.
engaged or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I became dad.
That's hilarious.
Congrats on your wedding, too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. I kind of miss it. It was such a fun day.
Cool.
Like I would just want to throw that minus all the ceremony, just like throw a party again.
Right.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
Parties,
Just like a-
parties are fun.
The bitter.
It's almost a season.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm kind of at that age range now where like all my friends are getting married now, so I'm gonna start
yes.
going to like
It's
5 weddings a
hard.
summer.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
It's hard when they're all doing it. And then it's
Yeah.
like, shit, like this is a
Because
lot
it's
of
buck and
weekends.
does,
Buck and does,
showers,
weddings.
then the wedding, and
outfits,
sometimes
dresses,
bachelorettes, bachelor party,
wedding
yeah.
gifts, yeah, bachelor parties, like
all the things.
Fucking love getting dressed up though. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Putting on
fun.
nice clothes.
Washing my hair,
I'm like, watch my
it not getting sweaty 6 times a day.
Yeah.
Unless you're in like a hot
it's the little
August 30-degree humid
Oh
wedding,
man,
which
I
I've
went
done.
to a wedding last year and I wore like a very light blue like cotton dress, and it was sitting right in the sun, and like just the sweat in all the places.
Yes.
And then you're there all night long. So lesson learned: no cotton
Don't wear cotton.
anything with light
That's
dresses.
gonna absorb.
Oh, so bad. I don't know how men with suits do it too. Like if you wear those light gray
Not easily.
suits,
I try to avoid a jacket at all costs.
you got to go with the white tops.
I just wear
because.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
the sweat is real in the summer.
It takes me like, a hot yoga class for me to sweat. Like I gotta
you're not a
really
sweater?
no, not at all. So if I'm sweating at a wedding, people are in trouble because I'm like the last person to start sweating.
Do you find you sweat easier now that you practice, or still the same?
What do you mean by easier?
Like I find,
Tolerance for
like your
sweat.
tolerance for sweat has it changed with being in the hot room at all?
Haven't really noticed.
Oh no.
No, that was weird. That was scrolling on its own. I haven't really paid attention to it. I will try to be more
Yeah,
aware of it.
pay attention to it because everybody, I don't know, has different reactions. Have you noticed yours?
Do you think, like, as in, like,
No,
I sweat
just-
earlier, or?
Or like you go to yoga class a few times a week, and then now you're outside and you don't sweat because
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I just went for the first time.
acclimatized.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do notice, like, because last Wednesday was my first time going in, like, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was, like, a rough
More
class.
intense, yeah.
More intense.
Yeah.
I was sweating more, panting
Yeah.
more. But then, like, I feel
Panting.
like, wow. Yes, in a way. Not quite like a dog, but, like,
sorry, that's just.
you know, when, like, she's like, okay, now flow to this, now flow to this, now flow to this. You're like,
Oh yeah, true. I just
Yeah.
child's pose.
Yeah.
I'm at the spot now where I will try
If you
my
can't
best.
breathe, you're like, okay,
But
I
I'm
gotta stop.
fine with doing child's pose when everyone just keeps
'Cause
yogaing. I'm like,
sometimes, I know you're supposed to do yoga breath, but sometimes it gets intense and you just, like, are just puffing,
I mean,
puffing and puffing.
that's when you should probably go to child's pose.
No, I gotta push through it.
I can't anymore.
I gotta push through it.
That's such like an athletic way of looking at yoga, where it's not really supposed to. It's supposed to be anything.
Balance.
You know what, though? I don't like to tell anybody what yoga is supposed to be because yoga is its own experience for everybody, right? It's not necessarily supposed to be that. But I mean,
But, like, I like dripping sweat. I like getting
Yeah.
that intensity.
I think what changes it from a workout to yoga is being able to breathe while you're still sweating and being super
Yes.
intense and working your muscles
Yes.
super hard, but still being able to be calm and
So if I'm consistently going,
Yeah.
then it's usually that.
like that. Yeah.
But if it's my first time back after
like-
like a month, I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
But I
that's
also
fair.
don't want to like go into child's pose because I want to do it also. Just push through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, it's your experience. You can have it
Yes.
however you want. Just don't pass out or throw up.
No,
That's why I
I've
do
never.
child's pose. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to throw up. I'm gonna just kind of put my head to my mat and just.
I'll just be here for a while.
Mhm.
Sometimes when we're doing a lot of like ground stuff, and it's like, okay, now let's stand up, and I'm like, whoa,
Oh yeah,
Bl-
the
yeah.
blood pressure
yes,
is big thing. Or when you're as tall as you are and your head is really close to the panels, so the heat.
Damn, I didn't even think of that.
Oh yeah, like when you raise your hands, you feel so hot up there. I'm so short. so
I was
it's
gonna
not
say my
like
hands
me.
don't get that high.
But the heat from the panels comes out like on a diagonal from all of the edges.
Mhm.
So they all kind of overlap.
Okay.
So depending on where you are in the room, you're getting this panel's heat, but then you're also getting the panels beside you.
And I'm always curious about the panels. What, is it infrared? Like what?
Yeah, they're infrared.
Okay.
So like think an infrared, it's like a giant infrared sauna.
And what room? Like, what are you putting the temp up to? Like, what is the stand?
Warm, we try to keep it from. It changes with the amount of people in the room, how much they're breathing, how much they're sweating, how much you're moving, right?
Okay.
So warm is like 88 to 92,
okay.
and then a hot would be like 95 to 102.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've gone in there. I think there was a previous class full,
Oh,
and then going
that's
into
hot.
a consecutive full class.
That's hot.
Oh,
That is hot.
it's like you're in the rainforest.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh,
The more people that are in, and the other thing that happens is you always practice the last class at night
yeah.
when the panels have been on for hours.
yes.
So the longer they're on, like the hotter it is.
the
in there,
floor
no
is
matter what,
cooking.
the floor is hot.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, because the infrared heats the
can you check
objects
mine
in the
through?
air
Should be fine, but
rather than the air itself. So if there's more people, it heats the room more.
yeah. But I've done regular yoga and just not hot.
Yeah.
And I liked it, but I wasn't hooked. And I swear, the second I did hot yoga, I'm like, oh, this is it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
same.
And I haven't stopped since. so-
That heat is the sweat. It opens you up more because you just get hotter faster, like warmer faster.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
And how's your knowledge with the history of yoga and all that stuff?
Not bad.
Because it's Indian, right? Is that where it comes from?
Yeah,
India?
comes from India.
And it's
And
like
it's
based
like
off.
5,000 years old. It is so old that you found like cave
5,000?
drawing. Oh yeah, it is like one of the oldest practices in the world. Sanskrit, which is the language that yoga. No, I've gone on a tangent. You
No,
said
no,
it was
please.
Pretty good. I love it so much.
Please.
This is where I like just love all of the nerdy things about yoga. So Sanskrit is sometimes you'll hear like Virabhadrasana, Bakasana. That's the name of the poses, but in Sanskrit, which is one of the first languages ever.
Oh,
It's like old Sumerian, like.
Yeah, like past
Okay.
books, like drawn on cave walls and stuff like
Holy
that. Like
shit.
so old. And it was people studying yoga that would go into the forest for days, hours, and then draw these drawings of the postures on the cave walls with like the Sanskrit. And that's kind of like very, very short explanation of a very long thing, but like so old, so old. And then of course we have westernized it like no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do in the hot room at Sayza is one very small piece of the yogic puzzle. There's called what is the 8 limbs of yoga, and the postures or the asanas is only one of those 8 limbs.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Following so far.
Following so far?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got like 8 limbs of the yoga tree.
Okay.
Have you seen
No.
any of
No.
that?
Do you want to pull it up, Drew?
I will try my
Patanjali's.
Also, could I ask a favor of you?
Mm-hmm.
Could you open that fridge
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
grab
let's-
me anything from that fridge? You can do the left side. Why not?
You're
Just podcasting today. Ooh, can you grab me a Twisted? Actually, I'm going to be picky. Yes. Thank you so much.
Patanjali's 8-limbed tree of yoga.
I heard a story. Don't know if it's real, but that this guy showed up in this city in India one time and like meditated for like
Buddha?
I don't
Or maybe this is more recent? I don't know.
No, it was
when
like
did
a
you hear
long
this?
time ago, and he just meditated, and this guy taught yoga. And is this okay? Maybe this
It's
was made up.
probably, I mean, maybe it's real, maybe it's made up.
Apparently, this guy meditated for like a week
Probably Buddha.
and like didn't eat, didn't drink.
There's so many different stories about Buddha.
And I don't know much about Buddha. I know the general.
You know what? I've been told so many stories about Buddha, and I cannot hold all of the details enough to tell.
Well, I know
them.
like Buddhism and meditating, it kind
Mhm.
of coincides with yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, 100%. A lot of people, when they think yoga, think religion, but it's definitely not.
It's like a practice almost.
Yeah. And I think it's so much non-judgment, and like it's just like a self
Yeah,
practice.
being present.
Being present, being mindful, choosing to live a life where you are non-judgmental of everybody else. But I mean, lots of people who are religious don't do yoga because they think it's a different kind of religion. But maybe that's, I don't know why that, I honestly don't know why people think that, but it is kind of, it does come up in the yoga world.
Hmm.
We have completely westernized practices of yoga. And then of course there's so many different lineages of yoga, ways of practicing yoga that many different people have made up along the way, like Ashtanga.
I've heard.
Have you heard of Ashtanga?
Yes, I have.
Ashtanga is a lineage of yoga with like a set series of postures, standing series, seated series. And in that series, have you done Rocket at Sayza?
I've done
Evelyn
once.
teaches it?
Yeah.
That's like
Sounds
a
terrifying.
take on Ashtanga. But okay, so Ashtanga, I could just go. There's so
Yeah,
many
no,
rabbit
please.
holes. There's so
Do
many
it.
rabbit
We
holes
haven't really
in yoga.
dove into yoga, so let's do it.
I won't rabbit hole too much because
Oh.
there's so many.
Please
But
go on a tangent.
Ashtanga is pretty set series, and you do 5 sun salets, 5 sun bs, and you launch into the kind of series. But you don't do the next pose until you master the pose before it.
Mm.
Right? So if like you can't touch your toes, you keep working, you do your 5 sun salets, 5 sun bs, and then you work on that pose until you can get to it. Rocket, as Evelyn kind of has explained it to me in her way, because she's taken the training, is like a spin on Ashtanga where you're allowed to experience all of the postures. Ashtanga yogis, however, get up every single day. They do their practice before the sun, aside from moon days. So it's very regimented.
Before the sun,
Yes.
early.
Like early.
Early
Okay.
And I had some Ashtanga friends when I started practicing yoga all the time in Hamilton. The stuff they could do was incredible. Like crazy stuff. And same with Bikram. It's such a, which is
I am
now called 26 and 2 because there's a
familiar,
really bad
yes.
document on him. He was also not a good man at all. Not a good man. So that lineage of yoga also super stringent. You do the same postures every single time in this way or else, you know.
I think
Or
I've
else
done
what?
some motos. They're similar.
Yeah, they have
They're
the
very
same,
the same.
Yeah, they do the
Yes.
same postures, same lineage, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Or a vinyasa, what we kind of do at Sayza, is like a, this is how my body feels today, and I'm only going to take it to this point today because I don't know, it's more like real to our Western life because we don't do the same things every day. And we're sore in different ways because of our jobs and our family lives. So, like, if you're just feeling like child's pose today, like, have a great time.
If I can interject,
Mm-hmm.
that's my favorite. I prefer what you do because I have a very, like, I want to do all the things type of brain.
Right.
Very ADHD. I like to do lots of things.
Right.
So your yoga is very, like, excites me.
Right.
Whereas, like, if I know I'm going to, like, a yoga and it's going to be the same as last week and the week before, my brain's like, boring.
Right. Yeah. Which is also my brain. But then some people are like really typical A and love that.
Yeah.
Right? So we try to offer like, rockets kind of the same every time. We do the 26 and 2 with Sophia. And like some people absolutely just thrive with that type of
I love
yoga,
it.
Right.
And Evelyn's flow is always different every week.
Oh, yeah. Which I love.
It's great.
too. Same. Because there's so
It
many
excites me.
different yoga poses.
Yeah.
Got to do something different every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also just get bored and want to be creative. And some days I just want to roll on the mat. Actually, if you practice with me and I'm not teaching, I'm usually in the back sleeping. I'm the one in the back listening to the teacher when she says, if you want to have a nap, you can have a nap. That's me.
She's asleep while doing crunches.
just sleeping.
The whole class. Just on her arms. Asleep. So it'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
the pinnacle transcendence of
yoga,
meditation and yoga.
Yeah.
Just sleeping in arm balances.
One day.
Just so calm that you're.
A flamingo does that, right? Sleeps with one leg. Most
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah.
They sleep with one leg.
That's. The
I would
next
actually look it up,
challenge.
but we've looked up so much.
Yeah.
Um,
it doesn't work.
I want to look. Can we bring up that tree?
Oh, the yoga
I
Is
tree.
there
brought a
a-
tree up, but then this is doing this.
Oh. Why is she content from me?
I can synopsis. I can.
Oh, you know why, Drew? Because you switched to my phone network.
Because it went to
Mm.
there.
Yeah, and the
And
reason
it all jumped.
that's
around.
how they connect is through Wi-Fi.
Oh shit.
I mean, you can try the Wi-Fi again if you want, but
I can like
um,
sum it up for you.
sure.
So it's like the image is a picture with a tree and then there's 8 branches. And the first couple of branches are the yamas and the niyamas, and they are kind of like principles to live by. Non-harming to yourself and others, non-violence, cleanliness, like pretty much all encompassing being a kind, non-judgmental human being and taking good care of yourself and others.
Okay.
So that's the first like rules of a yoga. And then you get into breath work and postures, pranayama, which we do at the beginning kind of every single time, where we breathe and we practice sometimes different breath work practices like alternate nostril breathing or the 3-part breath or the ujjayi breath. So trying to bring those in. And then the postures, the asanas, which are all the things that everybody knows and goes for. Pratyahara is the withdrawal of the senses. So like shutting out all of the senses.
I struggle with that.
Oh, everybody struggles with that. It is so hard. We don't live in a life where it's easy to shut off your senses, right? So we try to bring all of these things into like an hour yoga class every time, little pieces and seeds of the puzzle. So it's like, okay, close your eyes. Okay, listen to the sounds around you. Okay, feel your body, like all those tiny little things, like feel the mat underneath you. So these are the little pieces of the puzzle of the yoga tree that we're trying to take into like an hour practice that you're in. And then eventually you work your way through all of these and you get down to like the bliss, which is your shavasana, eventually coming to that state of like conscious and unconsciousness.
I think I like flow a lot because it keeps my mind busy. And I don't think about the next 10 things I'm going to do after this class.
Do you find when you get into flow and you lay down and we start to do like, okay, focus on your breath, try to let go of the thoughts, that it's, maybe this is my personal practice, but like when I start, I'm like thinking of all the things, even though I'm not trying to think of all the things. And then you do your practice and then you get to the end and you're finally not thinking of the things because you've taken that time to be so distracted. And then you're in shavasana and you're finally like,
yes. Especially if you're like, drip and sweat too, that kind of class.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely helps.
It's our Western world. We need that like, okay, go, go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I think it's a good thing that we've Westernized yoga here? Like, yes, we kind of had to take it from and bring it into a spot where
There's no way we
it's relatable.
wouldn't have,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way out of it.
No.
Besides living
Of
in
the
India.
way that we're doing it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
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 So have you gone to India?
I haven't. It's on my bucket list.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I wanna
where
go so
did you
bad.
practice yoga? Like, where did
I
you?
started practicing, like when I really practiced every day, I practiced in a studio in Hamilton called De La Soul. I
Okay.
think we were talking about it at some point.
At one point, I think.
Yeah. So I did my first bout of training there. And then I did some in Costa Rica.
Okay.
Best thing about yoga is you can just keep training and keep learning and keep learning, and there's nowhere to stop learning. There's all of these crazy rabbit holes. Like you could just do a breath practice for 15 years and still not be done with breathing practice.
It's like a wizard learning different spells.
It
like,
is.
I think
of
a
yoga.
yoga, like a yogi, should be like a D&D character or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's so true. Or you could take like a specific lineage of yoga where like Iyengar yoga is where you really bring in all of the props, little prop heavy practice, and you could just study that for your whole life
That's insane.
and like never go into even a vinyasa and then you still are a yogi, you know? Like there's no cap on what being a yogi is. You could never do a posture in your life and you could still be a yogi.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. Do you know that one?
No.
Like, how would you explain that?
I don't
cap?
even know.
No
Like,
caps,
no,
like,
not lying.
Is that
yeah,
is
I'm honest.
Are we back to the slang?
like no shit.
We did a full circle. Yeah, just a quick one.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like for real.
For
Right?
real.
No cap. Somewhere.
Okay,
know.
I like.
I'm probably
okay.
butchering it, but
No, it makes
sorry, Gen Zs. Kind of chuggy, aren't I?
Oh,
Oh, God. How do they keep coming up with more new languages?
And the next generation will, and the
we'll
next
have
generation
something else.
will, and
Yeah, we'll have something else.
that's interesting.
just become more chuggy, I guess. No cap.
Mm.
Yeah, Ash is gonna watch this one and be like, so
They're
embarrassing.
back to that again.
The dad. I honestly I like dad jokes because they're so stupid and corny. That's why I
Oh,
like
Lee
them.
loves dad jokes too.
Mhm.
So does Carrie. If you ever
Yeah.
have a good dad joke, Carrie
Good
will
to know.
howl,
Good to know.
and she's the best laugh ever. So tell Carrie a good dad joke. Yeah.
Mine just kind of come to me. I don't have them all memorized, but when there's a moment, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is it.
When you can slide it in.
This is the moment. I'm gonna capitalize on it. And then I hit him with this really corny one-liner. My parents was always like, I'm hungry. Like, well, hi, hungry. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Lee
that
does that
was-
to me all the time. Literally all the time. Drives me nuts.
Yeah. So yoga. That's
Yeah, I have to go do
very-
that soon.
yeah. How do we need to?
It's 3:30.
okay.
I just want to be back at the studio by like 4.
Okay.
Alright,
So
we
we can slowly wrap it up.
Okay.
Anything else you want to? We haven't touched. I mean, we could have an entire yoga focused podcast. I think
Oh yeah.
we could always have
talk
you back
about
on
yoga
with
forever.
with another instructor if you want.
Yeah.
And a flute.
And a flute.
And a flute and,
and
a
a
guitar. Wait, do you want me to grab you a guitar?
Yeah, we can end with that.
Okay. What?
Yeah, how badly
And-
out of tune is it, and how crappy of a guitar is it?
That's,
Oh,
is it not worth it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Depends
not
on
a
how crappy
super
it is.
cheap guitar, but it's not like
When was the last time somebody played it?
a while, like a year, more than a year probably.
This might be not very.
Is
Maybe
it-
we'll save it for next.
Is it
Maybe we'll save it
toast?
for next time.
We save it.
I hate to
We'll
ask,
save
but
it.
what is it in the fire?
It was in the house, yeah.
And has anybody played it since?
Mm-mm.
Might want to hold on.
Okay. All right.
You know what? After I will get it, and I will be like, okay, let me just check it out for fun.
I played it during the pandemic. I was like learning. I learned all the chords, and then
Yeah.
I stopped and I forget them all.
It's so good for your brain, music.
Mhm.
When you're like the hand-eye coordination and
Yeah.
so good for your brain.
I used to play the drums in high school and stuff.
We need a drummer in our band. You should relearn them.
It's been more than 10 years.
Oh.
But I did play like
Never
the
too late.
legit drum kit and like jazz band and all that stuff. So like I played some pretty
Oh yeah,
complicated pieces.
you could probably do it.
But it's been like more than a decade. So, but it's much easier to buy a guitar
Oh yeah.
than it is to buy a drum kit.
Oh yeah.
And now I want to buy an electric drum kit, but those things are like proper ones, like in the thousands. So that's my goal: get an electric, learn the guitar,
Okay.
all in due time.
When you do that, give Mighty River a call.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
I
we're
can
gonna just-
still read the music. I
Oh,
just
yeah, cool.
haven't played in a very long time.
It
Drum-
will come back to you like
Drum
bike
music's so
riding,
easy.
yeah. It's just like the sticks up
Bass,
and down. Yeah.
hi hat, snare, tom drums. Like,
You say that, but people who don't know how to do it, hard, very hard. Like I think reading music is easy, but just because
I think reading music's hard, but I don't know how to read the letters. Drum music, there is no letters. It's just this bar means this
Sticks.
drum.
Yeah, whatever.
That's it.
Everything you guys are saying.
You got to
is
know what a
off my
16th
head.
and an 8th note and the quarter note is and all that stuff. But like, and have rhythm, that would help.
Yes, that does
If
help.
you don't have rhythm, you might be screwed.
Yeah. But you should be able to count though with a
Yeah.
if you as long as you know what eighth, quarter,
Mhm.
half notes are, you can,
Mhm.
can do the counting. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah.
Oh, I'll be at yoga tonight.
Oh, awesome.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
be
be
there
there.
too.
Are you at yoga tonight?
I might be. I might run
Oh.
off.
It fills up quick. Might
Is
even
Ryan
be full.
coming?
Ryan's coming.
Ryan usually comes.
He
to,
usually harasses me into.
oh yeah.
Not
I-
that he has to twist my arm, but like sometimes he's just like.
Friends make friends go to yoga.
I
yeah,
haven't
good
not
friends.
seen Ryan there when I go.
He's
Every time I go, he's
Yeah.
there. Guy's dedicated.
Oh yeah,
he is,
he's the
and
best.
Nice to see.
incredibly
Shout out to
flexible.
Ryan.
He's so flexible because he used to be a cheerleader.
Oh, no
Not a
shit.
figure skater.
Not. I thought
told
it was
you
a
said
figure
that.
skater. No, I thought it was figure cheerleader. He was a cheerleader
Yeah,
in college,
I think high school and college.
high school and college. Yeah, he's
Obviously.
so flexible, and he's so nice. He's also our desk person on Monday now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yep. Yeah, great guy. Great
Yeah.
on the desk.
He
Really
said I
nice.
can rollerblade to class and then he'll drive me home.
Oh, nice.
Solid.
We'll see what time it is.
Tell Summer she should come too.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
she's-
I don't like to force anybody to do anything. We'll be there if she ever wants to come back.
Yeah, I think she will one day. I think she's got a.
She got lots going on.
Yeah.
Pottery.
I
all the
introduced my
things.
cousin to Sayza she just moved to Jarvis.
Oh, awesome.
Hamilton, so she's come to a few.
Yeah, that's not too far of a
Yeah.
drive.
She's
for
that
us, yeah.
nurse, one of the nurses I was talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So
Okay,
she works shifts, so it's hard for her sometimes, but
Yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
been coming.
shift working is
Mhm.
hard. My
Well,
8:30 bedtime would not.
Would not agree
fly
with that.
it. No.
Not worth like an 8 to 8
No.
overnight.
Especially now,
My-
I have to be like really cognizant of the time. Like, okay, it's 8:30. I really
My
gotta go to bed.
my entire family's medical shift workers, like extended, all aunts, all cousins. I'm like the black.
Wow.
Me and my brother are like the black sheeps.
What's your brother do?
He like same thing in PI, like freelance
Oh, wow.
photography, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you guys really went off the.
Dad's a paramedic, mom's cancer center. All my aunts are either nurses or clerks.
Wow.
Both cousins are nurses. Other cousins are casting technician. Like all medical.
Wow.
Yeah. So I come. Yeah.
Did you just know you were definitely not gonna do that?
I'm not good with blood and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no. Me neither.
Like my dad will have lunch and watch surgery. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I can't. I couldn't even watch Grey's Anatomy. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
And
kinda
like
keep
my
looking.
Christmas dinners are like them talking about calls and surgeries and ER stories, and I'm like, I'm gonna go over here with the non-medical cousin.
yeah, the kids.
There's like
table.
3 of us at our medical. That's pretty much it.
Oh gosh. Well, congratulations for getting out of the family biz.
Yes, I like this. This much
Yeah,
better.
this is
Much
great.
better.
Thanks for having
Yes.
me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks so much for taking the time out of
Yeah.
your day to come here.
This is the best.
Hope it wasn't too random for you.
No, I love random.
Yeah.
Love it.
Us too.
I love unplanned random chats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got some yoga chats in there.
Oh yeah.
We can maybe we'll have you back on with another instructor and we'll like really
Dive in.
dive into
Yeah.
the history of it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything news-wise?
Yeah.
To Sayza
Where can
for the
people-
next bit?
Oh guys.
what's your
there
Instagram
is.
handle? Give
Right,
us the
okay.
deets. Give us the deets.
Well, let me just tell you, there's some like super exciting news coming up in the next couple weeks that I can't
Really?
even tell yet.
I don't even.
what
know.
about
No, you don't even know
I
yet.
don't even know.
I'm
What
gonna tell all the staff at the staff meeting this weekend.
I'm not making it to the staff.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll tell you that day.
I was gonna say what about off camera, but if you haven't told your staff, don't tell
I
me.
haven't told
It's-
anybody.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I can wait. It's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. My social
So-
media gal, Mickey Lee, she's like, "Do you need me to save some space in May for an announcement?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You always got something up your sleeve." You just wait. This is a good
I'm
one.
excited.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this month, look out for something.
Yeah, look out for some really exciting Sayza news. There's always really exciting
Okay.
Sayza news. Sayza Hot Yoga is the Instagram and Facebook handle. And
And
that's where
you're
you can find us.
Located in
Oh,
Simcoe.
yeah, right. We're in Simcoe.
Yes.
381 Cedar Street is our new address. And our new landscaping was done by Fiat Lux.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout outs.
Looks
And
beautiful.
Joro is going to be opening soon. Somebody, sorry, sidetracked.
Mm.
Somebody actually asked me today. They were like, I saw the sod going down. I can't wait to
There's
go
so
in.
Lot. to do.
Okay,
it,
okay.
but I'm hoping it was May 2-4 weekend was my goal, and I think it still might be possible. Just
Oh, that's like really soon.
yeah, that's why.
Somebody said it looked like almost done, so I was like, I'll ask Drew.
Yeah,
I'll ask
yeah.
Drew on air.
There's lots.
Not a good time to
Yeah.
ask, but
There's still lots.
okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, don't worry. It will be all over the Sayza page when Joro opens. Yeah, all over.
And the
Stay
folk.
tuned.
And the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norfolk people.
I'll
help
bring a tub
Norfolk
into
people.
here.
Yeah,
Or I'll bring this to the tubs.
that would be so fun.
Yeah, that would
oh
probably be
yeah, so
easier.
fun.
It'll be like me shivering. Like,
Oh, we're gonna do a community dip in the Waterford Ponds
Yeah,
this
we'll have to
weekend.
I'll have to
I changed that to the Waterford Ponds because then people don't have to drive to Simcoe to do their yoga, Turkey Point to do their dip, and then we're going to Waterford to Wishbone afterwards.
Okay.
So Waterford Ponds Conservation Area.
do people
dip.
swim in the ponds?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
There's a campground. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean? Not the trout pond where we went sketchy.
know.
dipping.
yeah, I was like, I was gonna say, don't put your
Are
head.
they?
Don't
Are
put
all-
your head under.
No, no.
Are all the ponds connected?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know
In some way, shape, or
some
form.
stories
Yes.
about these ponds that makes me not want to swim in them.
Okay, well, just don't go under.
Okay.
Don't put
And
your
we're
head
not
under.
going in the trout. Drew
And this
and
is
I went
coming
like,
from a scuba diver. So, yes.
Oh goodness.
oh, why now?
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, stay tuned. We're gonna do a community dip somewhere in Norfolk County on Saturday at noon.
This is probably gonna. Be
I'm sure it's
released
fine,
after
but
that.
just
Oh, okay. Well, every Saturday. No,
unless
not
you
every
get it out
Saturday.
in the next 2 days.
huh?
Oh, she's saying this Saturday.
Oh no, it'll be after that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. Like obviously the county tests water. Like I'm sure it's fine.
We hope you enjoyed your dip in the lake and no one grew any extra
Yeah,
fingers.
the waters are all tested. It's our community makes
I've
sure.
been swimming in there since I was like a little kid, so don't tell
It's
me.
safe. It's safe.
Maybe I'll tell you off camera if you want to know.
I literally go in there every summer.
Okay,
I don't.
I
Think
won't tell
wanna
you
know.
then.
Okay.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine as long as these things are fine.
Okay.
Yes.
'Kay.
Anyways, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. That was Sarah from Sayza.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. All right. Are you?
Oh no, these aren't turned on.
Oh, I must have hit a button. Oh, hit that. What are those red buttons on the bottom? It's
Was
fine.
none of it on the entire time?
Oh, that's. Oh.
Oh.
These
Did
aren't
it-
the ones.
Maybe it got reset. I'll have to fix it. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.